Center.
The Houston Texans are above 500 with a surprising win over the Buffalo Bills, 23-19 the final score. The Texans were paced by Will Anderson on the defensive side with 2.5 sacks. The Spurs took care of business last night with the Atlanta Hawks, winning 135-126. De'Aaron Fox led the way with 26 points, 5 rebounds, and 9 assists. In college football this weekend, third-ranked Texas A&M plays host to Samford, another game you can catch live on San Antonio Sports Star. Pregame starts at 10 with kickoff at 11. The 17th-ranked Texas Longhorns play host to Arkansas with a kickoff at 2:30 in Austin. And finally, UTSA plays host to East Carolina with a kickoff in the Alamo Dome set for 2:30. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody! Happy Friday! Happy Friday! What? It's the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm your old pal, AJ. Over here to my left. Refreshed.
I am. I'm renewed.
He had cucumber slices on his eyes all day yesterday.
With avocado.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
He had carrot sticks stuffed neatly between each of his toes.
I did. Raisins.
Yes.
You don't want to know where the raisins
He was
were.
fed grapes.
You don't want to know how I was fed them either.
Oh.
It was a day of leisure. You know, man, this Thursday thing's stupid.
What?
It's stupid. This is the second year in a row I've done this, and I'm never going to do this again. I just soon not do it. It's stupid because anybody in our line of work, anybody who's up early and listening right now, knows your day's probably going to be done pretty early.
Yeah.
And mine is done pretty damn early. And by the time I got up and got moving, it's a normal day. I mean, literally, only thing is I didn't get that, and then I'm just slow all day because I slept too much.
Did you take a nap?
Yeah, and the way I spend my day it's so embarrassing. It's stupid. The whole thing was stupid. I'm just so let down by how I let myself get here.
Yeah.
You know, I'm never going to do this again.
Well, that's
And
good.
first of all, and there's the guilt of leaving you high and dry for literally nothing.
Yeah.
You know what? I could have just had a normal day.
You could have.
Come home, taken a nap, and there would have been nothing different about that day off. I didn't do anything like you said. I wish I'd have gone had a pedicure. I wish I'd have had the had whatever. I'd have had the
mud bath.
So literally, it's
mud.
just such a waste. And you know, when and I'm sitting in the middle of my day off, and obviously my wife is gone, and you're home and asleep, and then all my circle is all busy
And
working.
you're short a dog, right? You only have one
No,
dog
I still have both dogs,
Oh,
which
okay.
basically I become a kennel owner.
You are Rob's Bunkin' Biscuit.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
Rob's Bunkin' Biscuit, one dog in, one dog out kind of
Yeah.
stuff. But then I just kind of sit there on the couch, and I'm like, well, yippee, this so much for Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah,
You know,
well.
I'm not stopping to smell the roses. I'm just going to sit here like a lump. So I got nothing done. I got my hair cut. That was about it. Oh, and I got the magic box.
Yeah, you got a magic box.
yeah.
You got
But I didn't get it till
Nice.
late in the day, so I didn't get the whole day to mess around with it. I haven't. All I can tell you is my first 4 hours with it is it's all the TV. It's all of it. It's
Yeah.
all the TV. If there's any TV that is not in this magic box,
It
I
doesn't
can't.
exist,
And
right?
we're all the way down into South America.
Wow.
I found South American channels.
Oh, there's Australian channels. Oh, yes.
Bala. I haven't found the Australian
Oh,
ones.
yes.
I can't wait. So like I said, it's all the TV.
Ah, yeah.
Can you get shows from Mexico?
Yeah.
I'm sure.
All the novelas?
There's plenty of novellas.
Telenovelas.
Man, I got to get that.
But anyway,
right.
I know I'm a late adopter.
Well, welcome to the club.
I cut the corn, and then I cut what do you cut the stream? You cut the cheese? What are you cutting when you go from where we were to this? Is there a
I don't
term
know.
for it?
I don't know what else you would call it now.
No,
I
what we're
haven't
doing is
totally cut
legal,
out
right?
everything. Yeah.
It's legal, right?
I still have something. Like I still have Amazon Prime. I still have,
Yeah, I still have Prime.
HBO Max.
Do
Even
I-
though I don't think you need it,
Right.
It's just easier for me. And we've got it. It's free with my phone.
That's one of the reasons.
that's
We'll
right.
have a couple. Now, I did realize that there are going to be some issues at some point. Like when I travel, I won't have the apps to go.
Yes.
with. I won't have that kind of thing anymore.
But also, when you travel, you can just pack up that box and take it with you.
There's that. But, actually, it's so small. I didn't realize
tiny.
That thing is, it's technology.
Oh, yes.
But for those of you who don't know, it's some kind of box. I don't even know how to describe what this thing is.
I don't either.
But
it's just the magic box.
The magic box is
got
truly
all the
extraordinary.
channels.
But I got it late, and that was the highlight of my day off. It was just. And then it's almost Thanksgiving, and it's hot, and the storms. It's just I'm a little off. I'm back now. Yesterday I was just a little off.
Well, yesterday I contemplated suicide all night.
What?
Dude, I don't know.
It's the worst day of my life.
Did you have too many
first of all-
wings?
First of all, that was I don't know how to. I was as I was driving in this morning, I thought I don't know how to treat AJ when your team loses like that, because you had plenty of things to go. Yeah, but he was hurt, and that guy, and this and that. But that's been all year.
It's going to continue to be. The Bills are they are crippled. They are everybody. Just when you think nobody else can get hurt, somebody else gets hurt. But quite frankly, there's no excuses. They got their ass kicked on the defensive front or on the offensive line last night. The Texans had their way with them, and the Bills were sloppy with the ball again. They deserve to lose. If you remove turnovers, the Bills outplayed the Texans. But when you lose the turnover battle 3-0, you're never going to win. And it was the fact that they were in it at the very end, and the fact that they converted a 4th and 27.
I saw that.
Only to waste it away makes it even more disappointing. But it was domination for the Texans, especially in the second half. They did what they wanted with that offensive line. The Bills' offensive line was just.
I think it was the uniforms they had on. It made them super.
That was crazy.
I hate those Texans uniforms. I heard some people saying they like them. My son was like, I like them. I was like, dude,
it's like because I love
it's
red.
too much.
These are terrible.
It's too much.
Not only it's red, it's laser red.
It's lots of red.
Yeah.
Colors of red.
Battle red.
There you go. Okay, battle red.
Individually,
they work.
I like the red pants. I like the red jersey.
I like
really
the
like the red helmet. I don't
love the
like all
helmet.
three of them together. That's kind of me.
True.
That's what the kids call a color rush.
That's a color rush.
That's right.
Now, I was flipping back and forth from the Spurs game, and the Spurs let it get too close to kind of leave it for very long. And it seemed like every time I went back to the game, Buffalo was moving. I don't know how many total yards Cook had. I saw probably 75 of them on 3 plays.
He had 116 rushing yards.
I saw my perception of the game going back
including
and forth,
a 45-yard touchdown run early.
I missed that. So that really padded his stats. But it seemed like every time I popped over, Buffalo had the ball and was either just recently being sacked or was actually kind of converting a 3rd and long. I saw 2 3rd and long conversions.
The Bills ran for 6 yards per carry yesterday. 6 yards per carry. If you tell me you're running for 6 yards a carry, you're going to win. But they also got themselves behind the chains a lot because the offensive line was getting blown up. And this is the biggest difference between MVP year Josh Allen and this year's Josh Allen is last year, and when there was the big discussion about, well, look at Lamar's numbers and look at Josh's numbers. And I said, okay, well, it's one thing to look at just the raw numbers, but now factor in sacks and fumbles.
Right.
And last year, Josh Allen, there weren't negative plays. The Bills never went backwards last year. And this year, he is just getting his ass kicked. And like you asked me before the show, is it his doing? Like, is he holding ball too long? Not last night for sure.
Just running for his life.
This Will Anderson, watching Will Anderson just terrorize Josh Allen last night doesn't tell you the importance of an elite edge rusher, I don't know what will, because Josh Allen, he must have been praying that something would just come down and strike Will Anderson, because he was just beating the hell out of him.
It's funny. The comparison I think is completely apt. Is the Micah Parsons effect is some no-name dude behind him gets 3 turnovers.
Yeah.
Like you've never heard of this cat, but because the quarterback was in absolute duress, and then you remove the Micah or the Will Anderson from the equation, and you find out that the dude behind him was just pedestrian.
Yeah.
You find out that guy really wasn't all that good. He just was the benefactor of the terror that was being wreaked by
I promise, Kalen Bullock is not the new. He's not the new Deion Sanders.
But he could very well be a Bland.
Yeah.
He could very well be that guy because of that defense. My question is that defense, as you saw last night, it came in with certainly number 1 or 2 ranking. How far can that defense carry him?
It's pretty legit. It's hard to say. I will always say, even with what I saw last night, if I had to take one of these 2 teams in a playoff game, I would take the Bills because I'm always gonna default to the team whose quarterback I trust. Because it feels like I've seen the Texans defense be really good. I've seen the Texans defense get chewed up.
Well, you tell me they gave up 6 a carry, so obviously they were bending but not breaking. Because I saw Buffalo moving the ball. Is that sustainable against an offense like the Colts that are going to punch it down your throat and not stop running?
We'll find out next week.
Yeah,
we'll find out next week. They are at Indy next Sunday, so that'll be a big. They still have both games with the Colts ahead of them. The Texans now sit at 6-5. So what's that? A game and a half behind, or I don't know how the 2.5 behind the Colts, who are 8-2. So, I don't know. Again, it could have just been a matter of they were saying if James Cook beats us, James Cook beats us. We're not going to let Josh Allen do Josh Allen stuff, and he really didn't. And there was a moment last night where Josh Allen got hit. And he laid on the ground and was writhing around. And I'll tell you what, I was at the Anchor Bar. It went silent. I mean, it was like, oh, my God. Because listen,
Superman.
The one thing I know, and this is admitted, like, the Bills are not a great team. The Bills, if Josh Allen's head fell off, I say this all the time, the Bills would be the Jets. It is a poorly constructed roster. They are a long way away from being like a great, a really well-built team. But Josh Allen can carry a crummy team a long way. When I saw him get hit and rolling around on the ground, grabbing his wrist, I was like, "Oh my God!" I hate football. I don't want to. I'm not watching any more football this year. It's over for me.
The backup is Trubisky, right?
Yeah, Mitch Trubisky. Yeah,
yeah, that would make me writhe in pain too. No, actually, he's got a playoff win.
Mitch Trubisky's
I shouldn't
a much better than typical backup quarterback. But when you put Mitch Trubisky out there with a bad football team, you're dead. Like you need a miracle worker, and Mitch Trubisky is not a miracle worker. Trust me, I saw his Chicago years.
I'm not trying to denigrate anything that the Texans did. Congratulations.
Yeah.
And I think the whole day, I think people are going to try to discern how much of this was Houston's quality and improvement, and how much of this was just Buffalo's, lack of depth and injuries and all of that. And then I add in, how important is Dalton Kincaid to this offense? I mean, yet another tight end's absence is just the team's offense is just stalled without him.
I want to talk about that. We'll talk about if the Bills are broken beyond repair. We'll talk about if the Texans are the real deal. We'll do that coming up. We've got a big day today. We've got Spurs to talk. We've got Coach Schottenheimer joining us on the program. Lot to get into. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning and heads up, a new trouble spot downtown. We've got an accident, 35 upper level. It's going to be northbound just past Brooklyn Avenue. Just occurred. They quickly moved it over to the right shoulder, so less than a 5-minute delay for now. A bit slow from I-10. Did clear that stall at I-10 westbound at Foster Road. Still have this ongoing road work, 35 upper level northbound I-10 up to McCullough with 2 right lanes blocked. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line. We'll check it out. That number is 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. New at Lowe's, Pro Block Quick Dry Primer. Expertly manufactured by Sherwin-Williams. Engineered for pros to dry fast, block stains, and go on smooth for virtually flawless results. Available now in oil and water-based. Grab yours today at Lowe's.
Pork rinds are the crunch time hero of the snack aisle. Low carb, collagen packed, and high in protein, so you can keep the energy high without the guilt. The PorkRinds.com Instagram will make a crunch time donation with each share of the Crunch Time Hero College Football Post, with each share equaling a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated to helping families dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Share on Instagram today and grab yourself a bag of Southern Recipe pork rinds at HEB.
Fans, this game's for you. UTSA is celebrating all the fantastic Roadrunners supporters at our Fansgiving game this Saturday, November 22nd, as UTSA football plays host to East Carolina at the Alamo Dome. Log on to goutsa.com/tickets or call the UTSA ticket office at 210-458-8872 to purchase your tickets today. UTSA versus East Carolina this Saturday in the Alamo Dome. Be there, because when we win, San Antonio wins.
By texting 24700, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from J. Crew Factory. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at jcrew.com.
At J. Crew Factory, we think shopping should be fun, really fun, as in scoring our exclusive collection of classic styles for the whole family at prices that can't be beat. And today, save even more. Just text GIFTING to 24700 to receive an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more at your nearest J. Crew Factory store. This holiday season, discover perfect presents for you and your crew. Shop cozy matching pajamas, toasty sweaters, amazing outerwear, festive accessories, and so much more. Get in the spirit at J. Crew Factory, where we have incredible deals every single day. Visit jcrewfactory.com to find your nearest San Antonio area store today. But first, get an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more when you text GIFTING to 24700. Text GIFTING to 24700 to get your $25 off coupon. That's GIFTING to 24700. See a store associate for details.
This Sunday, San Antonio Sports Stars at Twin Peaks Days of Olive location for Cowboys and Eagles. Come register to win epic Cowboys jerseys just for catching game days at Twin Peaks. Plus, I'll have your chance to register to win tickets to go see UTSA and Army November 29th in the Alamo Dome. So come hang out with us in the lovely lays of Twin Peaks this Sunday starting at noon. Grab a seat, register and win tickets to UTSA Army, and grab a frosty 29-degree cold beer just before the Cowboys kick off. That's this Sunday starting at noon at Twin Peaks Days of Olive.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-694-1010. That's 1-800-694-1010. Or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. 1-800-694-1010. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass. Raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy. In 2011, I founded Wesley Financial Group with one goal in mind: to help honest folks out of their timeshares permanently. Today, I run Wesley with my two sons, a real family business, treating every client and every employee like we'd want our own family treated. That philosophy has helped us grow into the largest, most trusted timeshare cancellation company in the United States. Fortune magazine even recognized us as one of the best places to work. Why? Because we genuinely care. In fact, some of our former clients were so moved by their experience working with us, they joined our team so they could help others to timeshare freedom. If you're stuck in a timeshare, give us a call. Let our family help your family.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit. 800-939-1331. That's 800-939-1331. 800-939-1331.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Yeah, 6:21 on the Morning Huddle. This is the first time since week 2 that the Buffalo Bills were not the favorites to win the AFC.
You know, like I said, it seems like there's been so many reasons for so many weeks that at some point you are who you are. And I'm not sure I can say that about Buffalo yet, but you're getting pretty close to it.
The new favorite, you know, who do you think the favorite is to win the AFC right now? To go to the Super Bowl.
Is it? It's not Baltimore, is it?
No.
No.
It's the Indianapolis Colts.
Well, I didn't want to say that.
Because it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is
I was
embarrassing.
Like, Tampa Bay, maybe? No. But the Colts.
Colts 4-1. Broncos and Bills now 5-1. Patriots plus 550. Chiefs plus 550. Ravens 6-1.
Dude, what a closeout to this season we're going to have. It is a dead even horse race, man.
Well, I think the Bills might be broken beyond repair.
Well, the good news is you don't got to be much. You know, did anybody on that list scare you? Should anybody in that top 5 be worried other than if we take care of business?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
And there's some, like Ed Oliver is supposed to be coming back. There's some reinforcements coming for the Bills, and now luckily they've got a long, like a mini bye, I guess. But yeah, I'm certainly not feeling as like you talked about Dalton Kincaid. This is the big secret of the Bills' offense, and this is why Josh Allen's had so much success the last couple of years. The Bills run a lot of 13, like a lot of one running back, 3 tight end sets. And what that does is it forces their opponents to put in heavy personnel, because when you're running 13, the assumption is you're going to run, and you need people out there that can stop the run.
You got to load this box, 8 guys in the box.
And what the Bills do with that is for their passing, I mean, if they do load the box for their passing game, what they'll do is what it does is it either leaves a fat person spying Josh Allen, which good luck, or it leaves a fat person one-on-one with a tight end, and Josh Allen will chew that up all day. And Dalton Kincaid is by far the best pass-catching tight end the Bills have. And when he's out there, and if you put a defensive end on Dalton Kincaid and try and say, yeah, you go cover Dalton, you're dead. You're dead. And without that, the Bills' offense is just kind of
And that's why I sit today, and I feel like I need to give the Texans a bunch of credit. I want to give the Texans a lot of credit.
Defensively especially, they deserve a lot of credit.
But I love looking at what that offense appeared to be ain't what we expect it to be, because I know what it can look like. So I'm not out on Buffalo. I don't think I'm completely done, but I'm running out of excuses for why they're not better. And then there's the question of what's up with the wide receiver that they won't let play.
Keelan Coleman?
What's up with this?
I don't know. Part of it is I think he's not very good at football.
Well, there's that, but at least a threat.
I do think there is something going on off the field. Like I think that there's some sort of disciplinary thing happening. They haven't said what yet, but yeah, they don't have the people for him to be a healthy scratch. Like even he ain't great. He's certainly not what he was drafted to be, but he's still one of their 3 or 4 best receivers. Where there's no reason to have him sitting on the sideline.
Which tells me that Buffalo, at least the coaching staff, is comfortable. If we're healthy, we're good enough.
Yeah.
If we're healthy, we're good enough. I don't need to play somebody that I don't like or need. Once I get these guys back, I feel like we can win some football games. And that's why I said I want to give them the breaks, and then I want to look on the Houston Texans side of things and go, the defense we know is good. That was extraordinary, doing what you did. But now the offense is going to be the question for Houston. I know that your backup went 3-0. It feels very Cooper Rushy to me. And congratulations, but you're going to be getting a little bit better. In the game that you watched last night, and we can place a lot of blame on the absence of players and execution, all that with Buffalo. How much better is Houston than we thought, or are they the same thing you thought they were?
They're about what I thought they were. I mean, going into that game, I knew they had an elite defense, and I knew their offense was poor. And the defense was good enough yesterday because the Bills' offense wasn't good enough. I mean, they're almost the bizarro Bills because typically the Bills' offense is plenty good and the defense has been not good enough. In this game, the Texans' defense thoroughly outplayed the Bills' offense, and it's like the final score doesn't even indicate because remember there was a kick return touchdown.
See, honestly, AJ, I didn't know. Again, that's why I'm asking all these questions. Every time I popped over, every time when the Spurs went to break, there was a timeout, whatever, and I pop over to the game, the Buffalo was moving the ball. I didn't see the Texans' offense but once or twice, and it was a couple of punts, and I didn't see anything. But the score told me something entirely different. So I don't know if did the Texans find that formula of doing just enough, or did Buffalo just keep handing them stuff?
Well, the Buffalo did keep handing them stuff. The Bills had a turnover right before the half with just over 2 minutes to go, and it was 10-9 Texans at that point, and it looked like the Texans were going to score a touchdown, but the Bills held them to a field goal. So then it was like less than 2 minutes left. And it was 13-9, and the thought was, okay, the Bills have now 2 minutes to go down and score, and they get the ball to start the second half.
Right.
So it's not the worst case scenario. Well, they take the kickoff 96 or 97 yards for a touchdown.
Saw those highlights. Yeah.
And now they are up 16-13. A lot also. Their stupid kicker missed an extra point on the first touchdown, and it got them behind the 8 ball all day. Because if he had made that extra point, they could have kicked the field goal last night to send it to overtime. So
it's amazing how those
it really did. Yeah, it did kind of melt things. But then after that touchdown, it only took 10, 15 seconds off the clock. The Texans got all the way down and scored a touchdown before halftime.
What did they do that's repeatable? The Texans' offense.
The offense?
Yeah, what did they do that you said, this is doable again because the defense is going to keep you close? Because they run the ball. I didn't see them.
I mean, they ran the ball okay. They didn't run the ball as well as the Bills did.
Right.
No, and by the way, running the ball effectively against the Bills is a lot easier than running the ball effectively against your standard opponent. So I would say there wasn't a lot that they did well on offense. Their defense created 3 turnovers, gave them short fields, and they took advantage of it. And I don't have anything good to say about the Texans' offense, quite frankly. They're not good. Like everybody who's rubbing off Davis Mills this morning, Davis Mills stunk last night. If Davis Mills didn't get the ball handed to him 3 extra times, or well, I guess really 2 extra times because the last interception came at the end of the game, but he didn't do anything special. He was just he looked like a backup quarterback. But he didn't blow the game, and the defense just dominated. And there are teams out there. Denver falls into this category. Seattle falls into this category. The Texans certainly do. Their defense is good enough that even on a bad offensive day, they are going to be tough to beat. And those teams are scary. The Eagles are maybe the prime example.
I'll tell you, though, Texan fan, I don't think you could wake up to better news.
Yeah.
I mean, given the situation you found yourself a month ago.
Yeah.
I mean, a month ago, you lost your quarterback to a concussion, and here you sit. I think despite the I don't know how Texan fans are going to react. I know Cowboy fan would be, having a parade down the street, beating Buffalo.
Yeah.
But I think there's a reason to be kind of optimistic then.
Yep.
Because it's a horse race.
Oh, for sure, man.
I mean, it's wide open right
And again, if you've got that defense, you got a chance. Will Anderson is an absolute freaking nightmare. So hats off to the Texans, who seem to own the Bills anyway. I think that is now 6 consecutive wins by the Texans. Yeah. That was Josh Allen's first ever loss on Thursday Night Football. He was 8-0 before last night on Thursday Night Football, and now sits at 8-1.
And got beat up doing it.
The last time the Bills beat the Houston Texans, the quarterbacks were David Carr and J.P. Lossman.
Good grief. Okay.
Who's that?
J.P. Lossman. So this is the year that Eli Manning went. Phillip Rivers got drafted. Eli Manning, Phillip Rivers, Ben Roethlisberger. The fourth first-round quarterback that year was J.P. Lossman out of Tulane. And he was a precursor to Manziel, sort of like an attitude, like swagger guy, very athletic, and then got to the NFL and just couldn't play football a lick.
Well, he's got every possible home insurance line.
Yeah.
He's got a thriving insurance practice.
Yep. And SA Texans says, so how did the Bills keep handing it to the Texans? Because the Texans' defense dominated.
Yeah,
I mean, they forced mistakes, no doubt.
They fly to the ball. There's 13 dudes on the field.
Yeah, he was running for his life there. For a few
oh my
times.
God! And he got to the sideline once. And was like, "What are we doing?" Like you could tell he was frustrated.
Yeah. I
because
need
there's
time
just
to throw the ball.
He at least needs time to look around a little. I mean, it was bad last night. So kudos to the Texans. That defense was a force. And we'll see how they hold up going forward. All right, let's talk about the Spurs. We'll do that on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. I got to tell you about Blue Star Tequila. If you have not tried Blue Star Tequila yet, this weekend seems like a good time to give it a test. And I think you'll be pleased with what you find. They're añejo, which I'm an añejo man. They have Blanco, they have Reposado, they have a honey Reposado even. But the añejo is my absolute favorite, and it was the favorite at the New York Spirits competition. It won double gold there, and then it won best in class, which means it was on the table with every other tequila in the room, even those $900 bottles, and it was the best bottle on the table. It was also the least expensive bottle on the table. So that's what we're looking for, right? Great booze, great price. That's what Blue Star Tequila is. 100% additive free. There's no flavoring, no sweetener, no coloring added. It's just the good stuff. That's it. Only the good stuff. You can find it at Specs, Costco, Alamo City Liquor, and Total Wine. Give it a try this weekend. Bring it to Thanksgiving. Whatever. You're going to love it. Blue Star Tequila.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from Newstalk 550 KTSA.
Good morning and heads up, a new trouble spot downtown. We've got an accident, 35 upper level. It's going to be northbound just past Brooklyn Avenue. Just occurred. They quickly moved it over to the right shoulder, so less than a 5-minute delay for now. A bit slow from I-10. Did clear that stall at I-10 westbound at Foster Road. Still have this ongoing road work, 35 upper level northbound I-10 up to McCullough with 2 right lanes blocked. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line. We'll check it out. That number is 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Lowe's early Black Friday deals are going fast. Get up to 50% off select major appliances, plus up to an extra 25% off when you bundle select major appliances. Valid through 12/3. Selection varies by location. Select locations only while supplies last. See Lowe's.com for details.
Find great savings at our Red Tag sales event at North Park Chevy in Castroville. Get $15,000 off MSRP on the new 2025 Silverado 1500s. Save $10,000 off MSRP on the new 2025 Silverado Heavy Duty. Buy a new 2026 Equinox for the low price of $24,999. Or get a 2026 Traverse for $36,999. Together, let's drive North Park Chevrolet by Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com. Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
You've got a big day, so you use Unstoppable scent boosters to give your laundry non-stop freshness. So no matter how long the day goes, you
can't stop this power, this walk, this pose, this strut, this look, this talk.
Your clothes will be so fresh you can confidently strut into that end of the day meeting like a
boss, 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 bosses. Let's talk business in my office.
Add new Unstoppables beads to your wash for 24-hour non-stop freshness so you can smell unstoppable.
Target brings more taste, more flavor, and more deals to your Thanksgiving table. Save big on affordable holiday crowd pleasers, like select elevated sides and appetizers from Good & Gather for only $4.99. Favorite day pies for a sweet finishing touch, also just $4.99. And don't forget, great tasting turkey for only 79 cents a pound. So many cravings, so many ways to save. Step into the holidays and elevate your Thanksgiving today, only at Target. Restrictions apply.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
That guy pulled out in front of me out of nowhere. The police are on their way, but I'm really shaken up.
Don't worry. We're going to get you taken care of. You made the right call.
I'm Jeff Davis. If you've been hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck, call Davis Law Firm at 444-4444. We're ready to help day or night, and there's no fee unless we win.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
What's he talking about here? He's talking about Asian.
It wasn't me that started that old crazy Asian war.
I mean, isn't that racist?
No, I think it was a crazy Asian war, was it not?
It was indeed.
It wasn't Oriental.
What would make it Oriental?
If they fried it with bell pepper and pineapple and added sweet and sour sauce, that would make it Oriental.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hi, I'm Michael from the Warren Treaty. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5 milligram, 1 milligram, and 2 milligrams.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
The NBA is here, guys. Fast breaks, buzzer beaters, block parties, it's all back. And it's all back with Underdog, the best place to get in on the action. Make your picks now. It's so simple at Underdog. You pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on their stats. Points, rebounds, steals, plenty more. The thing to do so far, Victor Wembanyama, my goodness, been maybe the MVP so far this season. I've been going higher on points plus rebounds. It's been money in the bank, guys. You get those picks right, you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. Download the app today. Use promo code ALAMO to score $100 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code ALAMO, ALAMO. Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 or older and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
It's back. Just in time for the holidays, the UTSA Roadrunners Holiday Auction. Bid on over 100 incredible items, including gift cards, electronics, trips, and much, much more. Imagine doing all your Christmas shopping without the hassle of holiday crowds. Best of all auction proceeds directly benefit the Roadrunners football program. It's a true win-win opportunity. Go to 210cityfans.org and start bidding today. That's 210cityfans.org, and Merry Christmas.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, the Aggies. They got a cupcake this week. Are they going to get it done? We'll talk to the voice of the Aggies, Andrew Monaco, at 3:30.
He's not going to call it a cupcake. Cowboys don't have a cupcake on a Sunday. Cowboys-Eagles will have a preview, plus react to Texans-Bills from Thursday Night Football.
And Spurs-Hawks as well. The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hi, this is Joe Reinagel, and you're listening to the home of the Dallas Cowboys, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
There goes my hero. Watch him as he goes. Good morning, folks. San Antonio Spurs getting the job done last night. Another one. Another one. Is somebody going to figure this team out? I don't know. 135-126 win over the Atlanta Hawks. Both teams little shorthanded in this thing. Although Risachet and Porzingis both played. Risachet did not look like himself at all.
No, he killed my DFS.
Ooh.
He didn't need much and didn't get none. What do you have, 2 points?
Yeah, he struggled. But Porzingis did play. He was questionable. They were obviously without Trae Young, who they've been without for a little while. But Spurs can't feel bad for anybody because Spurs have been without, arguably 3 of their top players.
Yeah.
But we continue to see the De'Aaron Fox show, and when Wemby's out, that's the truth. The truth of it is, and eventually I think that they'll marry it and it'll work out. But De'Aaron Fox is so much better when Wemby's not on the floor because he can go De'Aaron Fox speed.
Yeah,
and
so far it's worked.
Yeah. Now they're going to have to. Obviously, the team's long-term success is married to Wemby being on the floor. So De'Aaron Fox is going to have to figure out a way to control his game enough. But what it does do is, like last year when Wemby was out, we just said, well, the Spurs suck. You don't have to say that anymore.
No.
So the Spurs, without Wemby, without Castle, without Harper, when you've got a guy like De'Aaron Fox who can just take over a game, and quite frankly, guys like Luke Cornett and Devin Vassell had a good game last night. Keldon Johnson might be the most improved San Antonio Spur.
He's a 6th Man of the Year candidate.
He's in the conversation for sure. So they all around, and David Jones-Garcia, I should give him credit. He had a great night last night too.
Well, that speaks to something else too. It speaks to system. It speaks to a system that Mitch is putting into place, because now we're at how many point guards have run through the system so far this year? And then we get one more last night. Yeah. And again, 34 assists. We had 38 the game before, 34 last night with 10 turnovers. That's ridiculous. 3-1, more than 3-1 assist to turnover ratio without Wemby, without Castle. And,
well,
we can.
To be fair, those are the two most turnover-prone guys.
That's where I'm going with this. So, while there has been a significant loss in offensive production without those guys, the turnovers have gone down so much that it's kind of balanced things out.
Yep.
And while it feels like De'Aaron has kind of taken things over, and he has, the output is there, but don't get past the 9 assists. Love the points, but the win came in the assist. The points came because you go get a bucket when we need it. The win came because you made sure that 18 other points at minimum were scored because you were the gravity. You pulled the defense. So they're winning in the way that you have to win when your other dudes are out. You're sharing the ball, and the best guy on the court is getting the most buckets. So I couldn't be more excited about where they sit, considering how down they are.
Okay, well, so just so we can stay on clock, I'm going to take a quick break, and when we come back, I want to ask you, Rob, how long can they do this for? We'll talk about that next. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1. San Antonio Sports Stars.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to USASportsStar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an Audience National contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at SASportsStar.com.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagle here for the Golf Club of Texas. I absolutely love the Golf Club of Texas. They've made so many improvements to the golf course, from brand new cart paths to resodding the greens and fairways. You might think it's a private club, but it's not. It's open to the public 7 days a week. Best rates are always online at golfclubtexas.com. That's golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, you know where it is, right there off Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. The Golf Club of Texas is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
There's no championship league for small business owners. But if there was, you'd be at the top of the standings. Because going pro with Lenovo Pro means you've got the winning formation. One-on-one advice, IT solutions, and customized hardware powered by Intel Core Ultra processors help you stay ahead of the competition. Business goes pro with Lenovo Pro. Sign up for free at lenovo.com/pro.
Lenovo.
Oh, no.
Ah, that's the sound of someone who's misplaced
My debit card.
their debit card.
Where'd I leave that thing?
Not at the gas pump, or the checkout counter, or the roof of your car. Now, if he has the Chase mobile app, he can use Card Lock.
Wait, I could just lock my card.
Yep, just a few tippy taps on his phone, and that sound? That's peace of mind from Chase.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
All right, Rob. Spurs 11-4 after the win last night, and do not play again until Sunday. Am I right there? Sunday, I believe. Yeah, Sunday they're in Phoenix. So my question is, how long is this sustainable with the De'Aaron Fox show?
As long as you get to play Atlanta and Phoenix and Sacramento, man, this could go on forever.
Yeah, they do hit a four-game road trip. They play 7 of the next 8 on the road and 9 of the next 11 on the road. Mm-hmm. This 4-game road trip is Phoenix, Portland, Denver, Minnesota. That goes basically Sunday to Sunday, the 23rd to the 30th.
My gut says this: if De'Aaron is our only dude, and he's not, but he is.
He's the only alpha dude, for sure.
And the way they're playing defense and the way they're sharing the ball and the way Jeremy Sohan's been shooting and Keldon's just been electric off the bench and Devin has been consistent with his jump shot and Harrison Barnes is just a professional, punches the clock and comes to work. All of those things have to happen when you're on the road. If one of those things doesn't happen, you lose.
Yeah.
So when I think about what do I expect from the next month, I don't expect much, man. I mean, let's be realistic about where we are. De'Aaron's playing great, and I love this. And he's sharing the ball, but to get 9 assists, that means 9 times you kicked it to somebody that hit a jump shot, that went and made a play. Well, the moment he's still throwing those same passes, but they don't turn into assists, they turn into turnovers or missed shots. That's when the Spurs can get themselves in trouble. They're not playing very good defense. I mean, it's a track meet, and some of that is by design. I think this is a 500.
Some of it is Castle and Wemby are 2 of your better defenders,
right,
and
so
they're both out.
I don't know what to tell you other than I can tell you this: this team wouldn't have been where it is any time in the last 8 years. You know, so I expect competitive basketball, but I don't expect too much from a bunch of kids where you have to do a lot of things right to win on the road. And maybe they can. We really haven't had a taste of what it looks like for them to hit 2 or 3 on the road, to have to sleep in another bed, to have to have no practice time and walkthroughs in the gym an hour before the game. Let's see how they handle this, because I expect they'll do okay, but going into Minnesota, that ain't going to be very easy. I don't care how good you play.
Yeah, they've only had 2 instances this year where they've played more than 1 road game in a row. They opened the season at Dallas and at New Orleans, and we know that was a blowout win and a very tight win in New Orleans. And then they played at Phoenix and at Lakers, which were their first 2 losses of the season. So this now an extended road streak, 4 games in a row. I'm curious to see how they respond. I think if you split these, you're in good shape.
High five each other. And, the good news is, I'm not trying to be pessimistic. We just haven't been there. But
Yeah.
I will say in these last 3 games, it has been a next man up mentality because whoever has been given the opportunity for more minutes has succeeded. And last night we saw Jones Garcia get a little bit more minutes because, what's his name? The third point guard's out, bald dude. McLaughlin out. So Jones Garcia steps in, 12 points, and we knew he was a bucket, but he didn't know turnovers or a very limited number of turnovers, and just kind of plugged right in. And another reflection of this system, whatever. I don't know how to define what Mitch's offense is yet because we've had too many ins and outs. We haven't had a consistent lineup. But I do think whatever he is putting into play is freaking working, and guys are stepping in and functioning in the system.
The C-Note says, damn, Rob, you're giving us no credit. I don't think that's what Rob's saying. I think he's talking about the Spurs. I think, what Rob is saying, and I agree, is winning on the road is always hard, and winning on the road shorthanded is always hard. And winning in the Western Conference is hard.
Yes.
Like, I don't know if anyone's noticed this. If the playoffs started today, the Spurs wouldn't have a home playoff series. Like, they would be on the road for the first round of the playoffs. Like, just to let you know how good the Western Conference is.
You know what? I didn't know that.
I mean, they've been incredible.
God, I didn't need to hear that.
But
man.
the Thunder, Nuggets, Rockets, and Lakers have all been better. So that's wild to consider.
Oh, man,
but
that's a kick in the nuts.
The West is a freaking murderer's row, and Phoenix and Minnesota, Portland, they're all in position to fight for these playoff spots. So, all right, we got plenty more to talk about today. A lot of football coming up. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
When you think San Antonio sports, think 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Your home for the Cowboys. KTFM Floresville and SASportsStar.com.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Yep, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
It's RSV season. Is your baby protected? RSV is the #1 cause of hospitalization in all infants. Protect your baby from severe RSV with an immunization.
I think he's having trouble breathing.
A vaccine during pregnancy or preventive antibody is now available. Help prevent RSV before it happens. Learn more by visiting lung.org/RSV.
Furnished by the American Lung Association.
By texting 24700, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from J.Crew Factory. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at jcrew.com.
At J.Crew Factory, we think shopping should be fun, really fun, as in scoring our exclusive collection of classic styles for the whole family at prices that can't be beat. And today, save even more. Just text GIFTING to 24700 to receive an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more at your nearest J.Crew Factory store. This holiday season, discover perfect presents for you and your crew. Shop cozy matching pajamas, toasty sweaters, amazing outerwear, festive accessories, and so much more. Get in the spirit at J.Crew Factory, where we have incredible deals every single day. Visit jcrewfactory.com to find your nearest San Antonio area store today. But first, get an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more when you text GIFTING to 24700. Text GIFTING to 24700 to get your $25 off coupon. That's GIFTING to 24700. See a store associate for details.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
This is hip-hop icon and radio host Ed Lover. Eggs are a staple in our diets, and there's only one egg with more delicious, farm-fresh taste plus superior nutrition. Eggland's Best. With more vitamins, including 6 times more vitamin D and 10 times more vitamin E, plus 25% less saturated fat than ordinary eggs. Available in so many delicious varieties: classic, cage-free, organic, free-range, and pasture-raised. Eggland's Best. Better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now.
800-575-9047.
Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-9047. That's 800-575-9047.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well,
I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
George gets justice. You've heard the national lawyer ads. Same story, different name. But when you've been through something traumatic in San Antonio, you need a local team who fights for real results. That's why so many get George at George Salinas Injury Lawyers. George is from here, listens to people, and fights to help them get their maximum compensation. Call 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com. Principal Office, San Antonio.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from Newstalk 550 KTSA.
Good morning and heads up, a new trouble spot downtown. We've got an accident, 35 upper level. It's going to be northbound just past Brooklyn Avenue. Just occurred. They quickly moved it over to the right shoulder, so less than a 5-minute delay for now. A bit slow from I-10. Did clear that stall at I-10 westbound at Foster Road. Still have this ongoing road work, 35 upper level northbound I-10 up to McCullough with 2 right lanes blocked. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line. We'll check it out. That number is 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
The Houston Texans are above 500 with a surprising win over the Buffalo Bills, 23-19 the final score. The Texans were paced by Will Anderson on the defensive side with 2.5 sacks. The Spurs took care of business last night with the Atlanta Hawks, winning 135-126. De'Aaron Fox led the way with 26 points, 5 rebounds, and 9 assists. In college football this weekend, third-ranked Texas A&M plays host to Samford, another game you can catch live on San Antonio Sports Star. Pregame starts at 10 with kickoff at 11. The 17th-ranked Texas Longhorns play host to Arkansas with a kickoff at 2:30 in Austin. And finally, UTSA plays host to East Carolina with a kickoff in the Alamo Dome set for 2:30. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This Sports Center update brought to you by Twin Peaks.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
7:02 on the Morning Huddle. Good morning, everybody. How about this? Eclipse, a tribute to Journey. Rob's seen them.
They're fun, man. If you're a Journey fan, they'll kill it for you.
Rob's seen it with his own eyes and ears. They're playing at the Aztec Theater on January 31st. If you and a friend or a lover want to go,
I would say take a lover.
Or a potential lover.
Maybe. Have some Courvoisier with your lover. And a little gordita, some torta action.
You know, if you have been wooing a woman and you're wondering when the perfect night to have relations is, it's right after a Journey tribute show. Eclipse playing the Aztec Theater January 31st.
All I can say is it's worked for me, AJ.
I bet it has. Caller number 3.
Spaniard Fly.
Caller number 3, Spaniard Fly.
Is that a Spanish fly?
I've never seen one.
I don't know. It was a legend.
Is it a pill?
I don't know.
I've seen it. You buy it.
I heard about it when I was in high school.
You used to be able to buy it at like truck stops.
See,
when it was available, I was not of the age to convince women that they needed to be horny for me.
All I know is in the back of the penthouses, you could order this stuff, and it made women insatiable.
Oh,
I don't know.
I never ordered some. I don't know if it actually worked. See,
I bought the cologne.
That. Yeah, the pheromone cologne.
Did you order that? I never ordered that.
Smelled like a dog had peed on you.
Oh yes,
Spanish.
I'm wearing it right now.
You put this. You give her this, and she'll go crazy.
It's actually making me horny for myself.
You put
By the way, caller number 3, you're going to win tickets to go see the Eclipse show. Caller number 3. Sorry. Looks like C.D. Lamb said he and George Pickens missed curfew on Sunday.
That's what we did in
And
Vegas.
that's what led them to missing Monday Night Football. He and Pickens were at Red Rock Casino having dinner and drinks. He denied that he was throwing up outside the casino, which had been mentioned on social media.
Even if it's on video, he still
I deny it anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
was Shaggy on this. Wasn't me.
Yeah, it was the other guy with the dreads.
No, it wasn't me.
It was DC Lamb, not CD.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wasn't me.
The Cowboys had a 10 p.m. curfew on Sunday night.
What?
Yeah.
You got to talk shop
You're
about
asking
that.
for trouble, Coach.
Yeah.
When we used to go on high school runs, they'd close the doors and then tape them shut.
Yeah.
Was Shotty going to have to do that?
I
You're gonna have to
wonder what
tape their hotel rooms shut.
I wonder what hotel they stayed at in Vegas.
Probably the Red Rock right there, right? And you'd think, are they in the resort? Nah, they wouldn't be dumb enough to go out in the resort they're staying.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like, there's no way.
That's a rookie move.
Yeah, they clearly got a ride to somewhere else. Like,
Well, where's the place where the Raiders stay? That's kind of out of town. Because I went to a Super Bowl party out there, and I think they stay kind of out of town.
usually at I know like when the Super Bowl was there, Lake Las Vegas. There's like a big Hilton out there at Lake Las Vegas, or a Marriott. And one of the teams stayed out there, the other team stayed on the opposite side of town. I don't know where the Raiders team hotel is.
It was like a resort, casino, golf course place, but it was not in town.
Okay.
It was kind of on the way out to Henderson or wherever it might be, and I wonder if Red Rocks is that same kind of thing. Is it a resort, golf course, casino type thing?
It's not a. There's no golf course, but it is a full blown resort.
So I wonder if the Cowboys are actually staying there in those.
So, just a quick Google search. The Raiders stay at the M.
Oh, downtown.
It's
not downtown, but
it's off strip.
Okay, then,
it's like South Vegas.
Okay,
far South Vegas.
That's where I'd been. So that's called the M.
Yeah,
I thought it had a bigger name than that.
Yeah,
it's pretty
on the
swanky
way
place.
out of it is a nice place. So that's where the Raiders stay, but I don't know where the Cowboys stay.
Who knows? But, they always talk about Miami's biggest home court advantage is the night before, is the Strip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In Vegas, your biggest home field advantage is the night before at the craps table.
Let's see. Cowboys Hotel in Vegas. Let's bring it up like Cowboy Suite, Wild West Luxury.
Oh.
No, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the Dallas Cowboys. Where they stay? They stay at the Cosmo. No, this last time it says they stayed at the Durango.
Where's that?
It's a new one. It's right on the north side by where the UFC built their Apex,
Gotcha.
the PI Center. There's a big fancy new resort called Durango, and it's if you continue to go up on that same highway, about 10 miles is where you'll hit Red Rock. So so they were 10 minutes away or 15 minutes away from the hotel.
I get the sense.
No, I'm not saying they were throwing up in the parking lot.
Yeah,
I'm not saying they weren't, though.
What am I
Big
saying?
deal. Who are we to judge? You never thrown up in a parking lot in Vegas?
Not once.
Yeah.
Soft ass.
I never make it to the parking lot, Zach. Now, there's a few slot machines that need to be hosed off, but other than that, I do think
bingo hall.
Nobody ever pukes in the Baccarat, the high roller Baccarat suite. I think that they were a very handy scapegoat, a very handy. I think Shotty was waiting for somebody to screw up.
Maybe so.
And I think the best possible thing happened is his Stars screwed up. They paid the penalty. They were contrite, and it didn't matter. They got to play, and they were both successful, and the team won, and they got punished. It couldn't have been a better outcome.
Does it make you happy that they're friends, that they go hang out?
Yes, it really kind of does. I want that kind of kinship in the room.
Or does it make you worry that when George Pickens inevitably goes and gets paid somewhere else, that you're going to be CD's going to be pissed off and like?
I know that the I don't know. I don't want to say the leftovers from the Diggs Parsons partnership and the rubble that has become Diggs. I would hate to think that it could happen to CD, but I guess it could.
That would be terrible.
I mean, it ended Diggs' career with the Cowboys.
Pretty much.
I mean, the
I don't know.
exegesis are imminent.
It doesn't seem like there's any rush to get him out on the field. Like it's weird.
So that, and I would hate to think that his new best friend's imminent departure will break him, but we've seen it happen to Diggs.
All right, here's another little update on the Cowboys. I've been saying I wanted this. There's some people on the like on the Brigade Bar who are like, it's none of your business. It's not like, why are we even talking about this? Let's let him rest in peace. About Marshawn Kneeland.
Do you have any new news?
There is some new news. Police were no longer chasing Marshawn Kneeland when he crashed his car into a pickup truck at a high rate of speed on the Dallas Parkway, according to a crash report obtained by The Athletic. According to the DPS, police began pursuing him at 10:33, attempted to stop his vehicle until they lost sight of his car. The pursuit was then terminated.
Why were they pursuing?
It doesn't say that yet, and that's what I want to know. But apparently, I'm a bad guy for wanting to know.
Well, I think, and this is I have no other basis than this is hearsay. And what I heard initially was, I believe his parents made a 311 call, or one of the person in distress call.
Yeah,
and he had said something to them, and they knew that he was in the car, and I think a cop picked him up, found him on the road, and started to pursue because of that. That's what I'd heard.
Okay.
Though I've never heard that it hadn't been confirmed.
It's not. It's not been mass reported. Certainly, the driver. Names were redacted from the crash report, but the driver of a Dodge Charger that was a 24-year-old black man. I'll just say Marshawn Kneeland was a 24-year-old black man who drove a Dodge Charger. So if you want to put it together, I'm not saying it with certainty, but the accident happened at around the same time. It was Marshawn Kneeland. It says earlier this month, the troopers originally attempted to stop him for a traffic violation, although it's unclear what that violation was. They have not said what it was. They have not said how fast Kneeland was driving. They have not said why the police stopped chasing him. Kneeland's car struck a curb, came to a stop in a field on the right shoulder of the road. He then abandoned his car on foot. Police arrived at the scene at 10:40. They found him dead at 1:31 a.m. on November 6th.
They searched for 3 hours?
A half mile west of the Dallas Parkway. So,
it sounds like a catastrophic break.
Yeah.
Just a break from reality.
But yeah, I do want to know. I wish that we had more details. I mean, I guess this is something. This is the most details I've seen come out at once.
No.
But we still don't know why were they chasing him?
And killed yourself in the man. What was?
Why were they chasing him? Why was he texting? The people in the Cowboys security organization. Why all these things? Why did the cops stop chasing him? If they if he had come, I don't know. It just seems so weird. All of it seems so odd.
And part of this is it feeds the conspiracy that the Cowboys have the ability to just cover things up. That in Dallas, if you do something poorly, if it's possible and you're worth the effort, that they can make things go away.
Yeah. And
it seems to kind of feed the narrative that there might be something behind the scenes here that the Cowboys, because of the redaction and we don't know why any of this stuff, that you feel like somebody got in behind the scenes and said, let's just clamp this down and carry on.
Yeah. And, certainly in the best interest of the NFL. If there's not much, if it's vague, it's probably in the best interest of the Cowboys if it's vague. I don't know, but it's probably it is most likely in the best interest of Marshawn Kneeland's family if it's kept vague. And Marshawn Kneeland's legacy for that matter. I don't know. I'm nosy. I want to know these things.
But when you act like there's nothing to see here, and you tell me there's nothing to see here, now I really want to see it. Don't tell me that the stove is hot. Don't touch it.
Exactly.
I got how hot?
Yeah. All you're doing is making me more curious.
Hot? Maybe my hot's different than your hot.
Yeah.
You don't know.
What do you mean hot? Yeah. Speaking of hot, I ate wings last night, and
did you get the super hot or what?
No, I ordered hot, which was the second hottest on their list.
Okay.
I forget what their extreme one is called or whatever, but I didn't order that. But it was the wings are really good there at Anchor Bar.
Okay. Yeah, you were at the Anchor Bar with all the other Buffalo Bill fans.
Yeah,
Are you a flats man?
I don't care. I'll eat both.
What about you?
I totally eat only flats.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
Only flats?
You're fancy.
That's weird. Why?
I don't know. I just always, anytime I see the drum in there, I'm like, nah, I'll give that to somebody else. I want the flats.
Yeah, but what if you ordered a plate? Like, would you order only flats?
Yes. I specifically, anytime I order wings, I always just, can I just have flats? They're like, it's extra. I
Is
don't
that
care.
like, I've never heard of that before.
Yeah. I do it all the time.
But why?
I don't know.
The drums have more meat on them.
I just like the flats. There's sometimes
he likes two bones.
Yeah, because I like dark meat, and sometimes on the drum it's a little dry white meat, and I don't like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Anyway,
well,
so
my kid's a weirdo, and he doesn't like bone-in wings.
So he likes nuggets.
He likes chicken nuggets or boneless wings, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
But they had at Anchor Bar, they had dollar wings on Thursday nights, which I didn't know about before yesterday. I got a feeling I'm going to be there for more Thursday nights.
I was going to say $1 wing. That's pretty good.
Yeah. So I ate 20 wings. I ate the hot. They weren't that hot though. Like I wasn't in pain.
It's like one of those relative things. You tell me hot. What's your hot?
I need to know.
Hot
Are you after to be in, like, if you are in pain, is that what you're after?
No,
or,
no. But I mean, I'm not opposed to it. Like,
see,
that's where we differ, my brother.
That's where exactly.
I do like to learn, like Rob said. I like to touch the stove a little and be like, "How hot is your hot?"
You tell me hot.
Yeah.
Then I'm crying in the bathroom.
I'm just all lemon pepper or original or nothing, no hot.
I don't do heat.
What kind of Mexican are you, Vic?
That's the thing is I ate too much hot growing up, and now I just don't want to have an ulcer or anything.
Well, I think there's an inverse relationship to this. I think the more heat that you ate early, it kind of leathers up your stomach.
Yeah, that's what's happened to me.
It probably did. Yeah, I would eat jalapenos all the time. Trust me, there was jalapenos almost on every meal that I ate as a kid.
And I think that kind of toughens up your tummy.
Serrano stew. So.
Yeah, you don't get ulcers.
Oh my gosh, everybody on the Brigade Bar is like, yeah, only flats for me. Only like
we got a bunch of highbrow listeners. That's what it is. Fancy types.
I just eat wings. I don't even like think about it. I just pick up a wing and eat it. And if it's like when I did I used to do wing eating contests. I do the heat contest and the quantity contest.
I did one. No.
And when I did,
were you good at it?
Oh yeah, I ate. So when the station I worked at in Austin was the first station I worked at was called 1530. It was the call sign, or it was 1530 KZNX, and you had 15 and a half minutes to eat as many wings as you could. And I ate 87 wings in 15 and a half minutes.
And you eat once a day, right?
Oh,
so
yeah,
you
I eat
like
once a day.
Snake. So.
But I didn't win. There was somebody who ate over 100.
Oh, my God.
But what I do is with the drums, you just grab, when you're eating for speed, you grab and you yank the meat off the bone clean.
Okay, just use your teeth.
And make it and just pop it in your mouth.
So
and with the flats, you break out one of the bones, clean it, and then clean the other one and throw it away. Yeah.
Okay.
So I lost a wing eating contest to Spurs Jesus and Raulito.
To both of them?
Raulito Navarra.
Oh, really?
You lost to both of them?
I was a distant. I lost. Those were the two that I remember that were next to me. But I started fast. I mean, I was hanging, and I realized I could choke and die.
You could.
Well,
I kind of gagged
it's
a little
risk you
bit
take.
on at that point, I thought,
but that's the rush.
You know, is it really a rush beating Raulito?
Probably.
If you don't know what Raulito looks like, Raulito's pushing 4. But he's a good 330.
Yeah.
He's a big old boy.
He's a heavy man.
But I think Spurs Jesus actually won.
Were you embarrassed that you lost to these guys?
It was my one and only wing eating
I can tell
contest.
you right now, I would
and
never, ever lose a wing eating contest to Spurs Jesus.
Again,
That'll be the last thing. I'll
in.
train my body every day. Now, Spurs Jesus, I want what you want.
Spurs Jesus could put down some wings, brother. You talk about fishes and loaves. The brother making some wings.
That's funny. All right, let's get into some college football stuff on the other side. It's a big weekend in college football. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Dallas Cowboys fans, come on down! It's AJ and Rob from the Morning Huddle, and you could be the next contestant on
The Stat Is Right.
Every week, leading up to the week of the Cowboys home game, AJ and Rob toss out a Cowboys player and a stat from the upcoming home game. Passing yards, rushing yards, number of times Dak adjusts his wristband mid-play, or perhaps CeeDee Lamb mouthguard chews per quarter. Whatever. All you have to do is predict that stat, get the closest, and bam! You're headed to Jerry World with a pair of tickets to the next Cowboys home game. Think of it like The Price is Right, but instead of winning a blender, you get to scream, "How about them Cowboys?" inside AT&T Stadium. So study up, Cowboy Nation, and listen to the Morning Huddle to play. The Stat is Right, only on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
This one's for the flavor fanatics. Sour apple 5-hour energy shots don't mess around. They bring the bite. Tart, tangy, and packed with tasty caffeine, this little 2-ounce bottle punches above its weight. With zero sugar and as much caffeine as your favorite 12-ounce coffee, it's the kind of pick-me-up that keep your taste buds happy without the crash. And it doesn't stop at sour apple. There are 17 bold flavors waiting for you to discover. Pick one up in store or stock up online at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon today.
Hey, it's the holiday season and nothing beats warm coffee, cool mornings, and that festive locker room excitement. It's in the air. Hey, it's Rob, and I'm reminding you that Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit has their Black Friday deal, and it's going on now. Choose 3 doggy daycare packages available through December the 5th or until spots run out, and they're running out fast. With over 17,000 square feet of pet partying paradise, more than an acre of play outside, plus training and spa treatments, there's no better place. It's a winter wonderland of fun for your furry family members. Call 210-750-1298 today. Call them now. They're filling up fast for the holidays.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
Find great savings at our Red Tag sales event at North Park Chevy in Castroville. Get $15,000 off MSRP on the new 2025 Silverado 1500s. Save $10,000 off MSRP on the new 2025 Silverado Heavy Duty. Buy a new 2026 Equinox for the low price of $24,999. Or get a 2026 Traverse for $36,999. Together, let's drive North Park Chevrolet by Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com. Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Dallas Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer goes one-on-one and has some fun with the Morning Huddles, AJ and Rob, Friday mornings.
I'm a good for a Vegas guy for about a 48-hour Vegas guy, and then I gotta.
That's the right amount of time.
Yeah, he's aged appropriately.
That's the right amount of time. I'll tell you what, there's a show sounded awesome. I wouldn't recommend it though. Thunder from Down Under.
Yeah,
I
you
went
might
in there.
enjoy that.
It sounded awesome at first, and then it was not what I thought it was going to be.
I mean, I might go there to scout. You know,
Yeah, you might find
a tight end.
I'll say this: there's a run stopper there. I saw a guy in a 3-point stance with both his hands on his hips. I don't know how this happened, but I saw that. Coach.
Oh man,
Why were you in there?
I told you I wasn't in the wrong
Scouting
place.
I needed the laughter. Hey, I needed the laughter today, guys. I appreciate it.
Thanks,
Seriously.
God.
Brian Schottenheimer's unfiltered look at the Cowboys' upcoming game. Friday mornings, presented by AA Best Bail Bonds on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
All right. Address a couple things on the Brigade Bar. First of all,
A lot of people like flats.
a lot of people like flats.
Wow.
John says, I saw AJ was going to say hey, but he was munching out, which is true. I did meet Eagles fan last night, Greg.
Eagles fan?
Yeah, the Eagles fan from the Brigade Bar. So he came out, and he was watching the Bills game.
And he's all right?
Yeah, he's a good guy. Seems like a good guy. Here's how I know that Pete Estrada is the worst person on the Brigade Bar. Wow. He said 2 terrible things, 2 just gross things. One, I'll eat boneless if I'm in a rush. Okay, that's fine if you're 8. That's no big deal.
Yeah,
If you like, you like boneless wings? Cool. You're 8 years old. No big deal. Do you want them shaped like dinosaurs?
I do.
Dino nuggets, Dino nugs.
And I do buy those for my grandkids.
I used to.
Or do you buy them at HEB where they're shaped like Texas?
No, I buy them from Walmart. They have the Dallas Stars.
Okay.
It's a Dallas Cowboys Tyson nugget that's in stars.
I didn't know they were doing that now.
Yeah. And then my grandkids go, Daddy, Papa, I want stars.
And then he said this other terrible thing. I keep telling you guys that Josh Allen is Trevor Lawrence 2.0.
You know what?
It.
I was going to give you the benefit of the doubt.
I mean,
I was going to go, you know what? You're highbrow. I get it. Until you say something like that.
I mean, come on.
I mean, there's a lot.
Stop it.
There's a lot of things you could have said, but that no.
Trevor Lawrence. Get out of here, man.
Poor Trevor, man. He's trying.
I know he's not. That's the thing. Trevor isn't trying.
Yeah.
He got his money, and now he's just kind of like, yeah, whatever.
Sunshine.
Yeah, I don't see how the Bills win. Like, a lot of people saying, I guess they don't want home field advantage. Yeah, I don't know how they win the AFC East at this point. It's a disaster.
Well,
Unless the Patriots.
No, I'm not going to say that, but I will say that I'm on the cusp of you are what your record says you are, and they're not quite there because they have a lot of reasons. A lot of guys hurt.
I mean, and they're 7-4. You know, a lot of teams would kill to be 7-4.
Mm-hmm. And you got Superman at quarterback, even though, but it's going to get tough, brother.
Yeah, I don't feel good about
3 weeks of ifs.
All right, let's dig into some of these college games this weekend. Rutgers is at Ohio State. Ohio State, a 32.5-point favorite. They continue to just roll through everybody. There's no reason to think they won't roll through this one.
You know, there's the old axiom, and I say that as an Aggie who just went through it, that you need to have a bad game. You need to find somebody needs to expose your faults, your flaws before you get someplace. And this has been so easy for Ohio State. Is there any worry at all that they haven't really been stress tested? I don't know what they don't.
I mean, what
have they?
The game early in the season against Texas.
That was so long ago.
I know. And then really the best teams that they've played since then, they played at Washington and they smacked Washington around. I bet on Washington that day, and it wasn't even close. And then they went to Illinois and smacked them around when Illinois was ranked. But no, they've not faced an elite level team. They've not faced another playoff caliber team. I guess there's a chance that they could do that next week against Michigan.
And
Michigan is going to be balls to the wall because Michigan needs a win to get into the play. And if Michigan beats Ohio State, they're in the playoff.
And Ohio State has no worries.
No.
I never advocate for a loss. You
and
never
also,
want that.
And also, they're going to play Indiana. That's a collision course. That's going to happen.
And you just wonder if the stress test comes too late, that you find out you've got this fatal flaw and you don't have time to fix it. And I'm not advocating a loss. I don't think they're going to go down. But at some point, if I'm the head coach, unless their film just shows we are so obviously better than everybody we play at every position that there's no way we could be stress tested. You know? And that very well could be that.
Oklahoma is hosting Missouri. Oklahoma is 6.5-point favorite. I don't think Prabula is going to play for Missouri,
it doesn't appear that way.
This from a spot standpoint would scream bet Missouri, but they're on a third-string quarterback. I don't know what you're going to get out of them still.
They can run the football. That's about it.
Yeah, and Oklahoma, if you're one-dimensional against that defense, good luck. Oklahoma is going to be one of those teams who I don't think is going to make any noise when they get to the playoffs, but it's hard to imagine them not making the playoffs at this point because it's Missouri and LSU at the end of the season, and I think they're better than both those teams, and they're both at home.
That defense is stellar and makes big enough plays, and Mateer's a good enough name to, I think
they're worthy.
The
last 2 weeks, going to Tennessee and going to Alabama, they earned their spot.
Absolutely worthy.
As long as they don't blow it. Miami is at Virginia Tech.
Oh, everybody's praying for a VTech win. The committee is just, please beat them.
Oh, the committee is certainly praying for that.
Please beat them so we don't have to justify not putting them in.
Yeah, we don't have to justify putting in Notre Dame over them. But I do think Miami just blows out Virginia Tech this weekend. They've kind of been playing for style points recently, and it shows. Georgia will get to play for style points against Charlotte. If you thought UTSA beat the hell out of Charlotte, guess what's coming? Although Kirby typically doesn't blow these bye games out like that.
You get the sense just out of sheer momentum they're going to roll up 45 just because they're that good.
Bama plays Eastern Illinois, and Texas A&M plays Samford.
No.
Samford, understand this. There's playing a team. There's bye games like playing a team from the MAC or the Sun Belt or Conference USA. It's like, okay, we're going to play Rice this week, and we're going to beat Rice by 40. And then there's like the lowest level bye games, which are FCS teams. And that's what Samford is. But let's take it one step further. Samford is probably the worst FCS team.
Yes.
They are 1-10 in FCS.
Well, this deal was
going
signed
against a 10-0 SEC-tested A&M team. This is about the biggest mismatch you can put on paper.
When the conference came out and said, we might need to add one more conference game, it's because of weekends like this.
Yes.
I mean, when you look across the SEC and this patchwork of paycheck games, right before Thanksgiving, really, when the stove is at its hottest, when the interest is really starting to peak, and then you have a weekend in your conference where you're playing teams like Eastern Bo Diddley Tech. I mean, the Samford game, it's not justifying it, but I can tell you why they're playing it, because this game was scheduled back when Jimbo was the head coach. Jimbo's the most famous Samford alum.
Yeah.
So this was kind of a paycheck game for his alma mater.
Yeah.
So, and why would A&M change it? I mean, this is truly a seniors and walk-ons day.
But also,
it's just desserts. But gosh,
I think the reason this is also going away is because now we're in the point of the year where we're talking about can Miami improve their stock? Can Notre Dame improve their stock? I mean, if the SEC wants to be this conference that gets 5 or 6 teams in, you've got to every week supposed to be a gauntlet. So, I mean, imagine if, and now it won't matter for A&M, but imagine we're talking about a bubble SEC team like Texas. Texas is a good example of this. Texas has a conference game this week, but imagine if instead of trying to say, like, hey, we really do belong. Texas' only hope right now is to go blow out Arkansas and beat Texas A&M. Imagine instead of that, they're playing
Sam Houston. No matter what you do.
Yeah, Stephen F. Austin.
Yeah, no matter what you do, you can stop him by 80. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you beat Lamar.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think that's going to improve your stock any? No. So
I get
I
the
think
argument,
the SEC gets it, but luckily A&M's not in a position where it matters.
And this has also bitten us in the ass before. So, I mean, the upset's always possible. But and I don't mind schools doing this because there is a benefit to Samford. They're going to be able to buy new helmets next year.
Sure.
But at this point of the year, and it's not just one team, it's 4. Man, what are we doing here? And if I'm ESPN, if I'm the network that bought this, I'm like, nah, I didn't pay for A&M Stanford.
Well,
ever.
This is also, I mean, this is A&M's way of, and not just A&M, Alabama, who's got a rivalry game next week. A&M's got a rivalry game. This is a way to get a bye week.
Oh, I
in.
get it.
You know what I mean?
And there's some money in it. I understand the idea, but as a fan of and as an Aggie, I'm all for this. Let's take a break. But but if we were all on the same page, A&M should be playing a top-notch team this week, as should Alabama.
But if A&M Texas really, really mattered this year to A&M, it would be great because A&M can roll out their helmets against Samford and win. They could put all their prep this week into Texas and still beat Samford, and
which I'm sure they did.
So that's a huge benefit of these games.
It is.
Texas has to beat Arkansas before anything else matters.
But at the very least, I wish, and because there's teams in the SEC that A&M is still only playing once.
Yeah.
I mean, there's room for this. And
I agree.
Why the fact that Vanderbilt should be on the schedule? What are we talking about? Why? It just, to me, this weekend is one of the last flaws.
I think it's going away.
Everything,
so it is going away.
So this was the last flaw that needed to go away. You can't have everything. You can't have all the biggest games and then take a weekend off in the middle of November.
All right, we got to talk more college football games. I got to first tell you about Underdog Fantasy. That's right. I didn't get the job done on my Underdog last night. You know why? Josh Allen didn't rush for enough yards. I had James Cook higher. No problem. I had Marks higher, no problem. Mills lower on passing yards, no problem. Josh Allen let me down in more ways than one last night. But that's all right. I'm going to be back in the swing of it tonight, baby, because whatever the sport, they've got something for you, whether it's college football, college basketball, the NBA, hockey. I love doing the UFC on the weekends, and obviously football is king. So there's something for everybody on Underdog, and all you got to do is pick your favorite players. Are their stats going to go higher or lower? If you're right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. 5,000 times your cash. This week on Underdog, I'm looking at I'll be looking at the UFC card, but I'm also going to be looking at the Cowboys games, and I'm going to like the Cowboys throwing the ball around. I like George Pickens higher this week is the way I'm going to go. Download the app today. Sign up with my promo code Alamo. You'll score $100 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code Alamo. Underdog. Make picks, win money.
.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning, and heads up on the northwest side. Just now getting reports of a new accident, I-10 eastbound before Vance Jackson. This wreck has 2 left lanes blocked. Still working the wreck on the east side at 35 northbound New Braunfels, left lane. Did clear the wreck on the south side, I-10 eastbound at Roosevelt. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance makes the claims process easy, so you can get back on the road in no time. It's why over 43 million drivers trust Progressive. See for yourself at Progressive.com. That's Progressive.com.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
In lieu of flowers, donate to Dogs That Care.
There's somebody somewhere putting together a website right now. Dog That Cares.
Have you ever escaped the backyard, gone over to the neighbor's place, and killed every chicken they had? I have. I'm a dog who cares.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Blue Star Tequila, the world's first and only 100% night harvested agave. And you might be saying, well, why do I care when it's harvested? It allows the agave to be harvested while it's resting and out of the brutal heat. Benefits to workers who would normally work into the heat of the day. It's just better for the flavoring. And speaking of flavoring, it's 100% additive free. No flavoring, sweetening, or coloring added, and it's unfiltered. Live your life unfiltered and do it with Blue Star Tequila. Find Blue Star Tequila at Alamo City Liquors, Costco, Specs, and Total Wine.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hola, mi esposo se lastimó en un accidente ayer. ¿Me puede ayudar?
Claro que sí. Estamos aquí para servirle.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7. Our team of Texas attorneys has been helping people injured in car, truck, or 18-wheeler wrecks for more than 25 years. And there's no fee unless we win. Y hablamos español. If you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy. In 2011, I founded Wesley Financial Group with one goal in mind: to help honest folks out of their timeshares permanently. Today, I run Wesley with my two sons, a real family business, treating every client and every employee like we'd want our own family treated. That philosophy has helped us grow into the largest, most trusted timeshare cancellation company in the United States. Fortune magazine even recognized us as one of the best places to work. Why? Because we genuinely care. In fact, some of our former clients were so moved by their experience working with us, they joined our team so they could help others to timeshare freedom. If you're stuck in a timeshare, give us a call. Let our family help your family.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit. 800-939-1331. That's 800-939-1331. 800-939-1331.
Lowe's early Black Friday deals are going fast. Don't miss up to 50% off select major appliances. Plus, up to an extra 25% off when you bundle select major appliances. And with Christmas around the corner, you're going to need more string lights, right? Save $4 on GE LED 100-count string lights, now just $5.98. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 12/3. Selection varies by location. Select locations only while supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details.
This college football season, the Crunch Time Hero of the Week is brought to you by PorkRinds.com, the nation's premier hub for pork rind lovers everywhere. Each week, a college player will post on Instagram, and each share over a 2-week period equals a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, which helps families who are dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Giving back with the perfect snack to celebrate those big Crunch Time plays. Find your rind at PorkRinds.com or find Southern Recipe pork rinds at HEB.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home for Texas A&M football. Saturday morning at 11, the Aggies take on the Samford Bulldogs. Presented by Just Pots. Pre-game at 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is Jason Minix from The Blitz, and you're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Did you notice the urinal's gone?
Yep. I blame you, Vic.
No, it wasn't me.
Did you chip that porcelain, just blast it off the wall?
Nope, that wasn't me. I think it was
No,
Sam.
I know why it's gone. Guys like Famous James and Jason Minix were complaining.
Oh, that it was too
They
tall?
mounted it too high on the wall.
I had to go get the boys' version. Get a little bit lower.
They put a little step stool in there for him.
I did notice it was a little higher. I was like, hey, this is perfect. It's perfect.
All the short guys were like, this is stupid. What's going on with this?
According to
it's just gone. It's just gone.
The Americans with Disabilities Act.
That's exactly what happened.
We had to meet the ADA requirements. We had to go a little lower.
So they ripped it out, right?
Yeah.
So now there's nothing there.
Because otherwise they had to be the guys who it looks like they're too shy to pee in public, so they go in the stall to pee.
Oh yeah,
stall.
Man. And they sit down, right? Come on, come on,
sit to pee.
Come on.
And it was a great urinal.
It was a nice urinal.
It had a good flush, a good solid flush. It was a good one.
Man,
I want one of those in the bathroom in my house.
I'm gonna miss it. Now we have no urinal. There's just a pipe sticking out of the wall.
Could be the ladies'
I
bathroom.
peed in the pipe. I don't know.
Say, how's your aim? Is your aim pretty good?
I thought I was in
My aim-
Europe. I
my
just
aim-
peed in the hole.
My aim wasn't great, but it's like a construction area. They'll clean it up.
yeah.
Somebody's going to take care of that.
Don't mind the smell.
I just pretended like I was somewhere in the Middle East and just peed in the hole. I don't know.
Somebody will take care of that. All right, we're going through the college football schedule this weekend. Texas has a big one. Texas hosting Arkansas. Now, I say a big one. Arkansas is 0-6 in the SEC. They're a disaster.
They are.
But
they're talented.
Texas has to figure out – I mean, Texas has to get some confidence because they looked so bad against Georgia, particularly offensively. They were awful in that game. Now, Arkansas's defense is not Georgia's.
I expect Texas fans going to have a good weekend. I think that Arkansas has got just enough flavor to them that it'll make it interesting and it'll be competitive. But I think this will be one of those games, a good bounce back game. But at the same time, I'm not sure the best thing that could have happened to Texas was the loss. Now you just go play football. Now you don't have a lot of control over anything other than the game you're playing. You don't need to look around the chessboard. Just win the football game.
Yeah.
And I think that's a benefit to Texas player. There's not a lot of stuff going on in the locker room. Just beat Arkansas.
Yeah. It shouldn't be that hard. Should not be that hard. Probably the biggest game of the day, USC and Oregon. At least the most.
Oh, it's the best game of the
maybe
day.
The most impactful. This is a playoff game for USC, certainly. Maybe one for Oregon too. Oregon's a 10.5-point favorite. I want to back USC here. I can't.
Why?
A couple reasons. One, this is historically this coach who is a QB,
Riley?
Yeah, Lincoln Riley, a QB whisperer, a offensive mastermind, as long as he's in his building.
Well, truth.
You put him on the road, and, man, his teams just fall apart. But secondly, I've said it all year long, the way to beat Oregon is to run the ball. And USC's offense, especially as it's currently constructed, they've got some injuries at running back.
Mm-hmm.
They're not really built to run on this Oregon team. So I think that Oregon next week, when Oregon plays Washington, that's when I'm going to jump in and fade Oregon. This in the week, and I think USC probably ends the competitive part of their season this weekend.
I probably would have been in complete agreement with you. But I saw what they did from behind against Iowa.
Yeah.
That was really – I didn't think they had it in them.
That was in their building.
But it was also not their weather.
No,
they
it was
could
not.
have been in Iowa.
You're right.
I mean, it was in a monsoon. And I'll be honest, I thought Riley's team had no heart, that they were a 10-man team. And for them to come back against a team that believed in the fourth quarter, I thought that was as good a win as they've had all year. And I think that's enough for me to keep them competitive. I don't think they're as good as Oregon. But that win to me, I think, gave them some momentum. It wouldn't surprise me to see them beat them. I wouldn't have said that a week ago.
I've said all year long, I don't think much of Oregon. I'm waiting for the shoe to fall on them, but
that's the
I don't
other
think it's
part.
here.
And it's funny how we've gone, because I was all in on Oregon after they beat Penn State. And Iowa comes to play in this as well. Iowa should have won against Oregon. Or was that the Washington? That was Oregon in Iowa, what, 2 weeks ago?
No, yeah, it was Iowa. At Iowa, yep.
But
should have beat them.
One of the best passes thrown all year, quarterback of Oregon. They lose.
Yeah.
They lose. So I'm not as much a believer in Oregon as I used to be. I feel like Iowa should have beat them. And the way USC came back and beat Iowa with some momentum, I was pretty impressed with that. And I'm not a Lincoln Riley fan.
Yep.
But I think they're going to be a lot more competitive than you do.
It's going to be a fun game. Syracuse is at Notre Dame at 2:30. Notre Dame a 35.5-point favorite. Notre Dame's just they're looking for style points. They're make no mistake, they're going to be trying to run it up.
Mm-hmm.
Notre Dame, all they've got left is this and a road game at Stanford. Obviously no conference championship game, and they're going to hang up and say, this is our resume.
Yep.
Good enough, right?
They're going to be playing that first week of the playoff.
And I don't understand it, but that's college football, I guess.
Taxes and Notre Dame in the playoffs.
Kentucky's at Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt an 8.5-point favorite. And Vanderbilt kind of, low-key maybe flying under the radar a little bit.
They haven't won as pretty. Pavia hasn't been electric, but they're winning.
You know, it's funny, the dynamic this year, because last year it was nothing but Pavia. That's all we could talk about, and they lost a couple of ones. Now they lose ones, and we don't care. They're in a good football team, and Pavia isn't the only reason they're winning.
Their 2 losses are at Alabama and at Texas. I'm going to give them
good.
Yeah, and if they win here, they'll go to Tennessee next week with a chance to go to the playoff. Because if you're a 10-2 SEC team, yeah, you should go to the playoff.
And the crazy thing, again, it's not just because of Pavia. You know, it's not him. He's not having as good a year as he did last year, but the team is as good and maybe even better when it comes to the crunch time.
Tulane is at Temple. Tulane a 9.5-point favorite as they try and stay in the driver's seat of the.
Does Temple have a prayer in this?
Temple's better they're solid. They're better than they usually are, certainly, and they're at home.
Because this is your bowl game. You beat Tulane, you knock them out. They out.
Well, and they're fighting for a bowl spot.
Right.
And this is, Tulane. This is why I don't think it's a bad spot for Tulane. Tulane's got Charlotte on deck. They can't lose to Charlotte. Like, Charlotte's so bad. And
by the time
you have to
get them,
so they've put all their focus into this week.
I'm just trying to make it crazy for that group of 4.
I'd love to see
something weird happen, but and I'm not sure Tulane's odds on right now, aren't they? They're front
runners.
for this.
They're front runners. Yep. Kansas State's at Utah. Utah is a 17.5-point favorite. Utah doesn't really have a path, barring like complete disaster. Yeah. They don't really have a path to get to the Big 12 championship game. So I don't know how. I guess. I don't think a Big 12 is going to get an extra pick, like an extra at-large team.
No.
So they may be packing it in for the season.
They could be the Alamo Dome.
They very well could be. So
either one of these guys.
I don't know what kind of effort to expect from Utah, but they're at home. I don't bet against Utah at home. So, and do so at your own peril. Michigan's at Maryland. Michigan, a 14.5-point road favorite at Maryland. That's a big number for a road Big Ten team.
Yeah, Michigan's playing better, though. They've gotten better every week. Doesn't mean that they can cover this, but yeah, I think they cover, though.
TCU at Houston in a game that matters for Big 12 standings. Houston still does have a chance to work their way into the Big 12 title game. Houston, a 1.5-point favorite. No feel for how that game goes, though. Georgia Tech, 2.5-point favorites hosting Pitt. Georgia Tech is bad. Like this team is 9-1.
That's ACC good.
I don't even know. I guess they are ACC good by default.
Yeah, look at who they get to play.
Their schedule has just been such a cakewalk.
But Haynes King, but for him, think of what it could have been. They're not great, but they're ACC good.
But they win this weekend. They're in the ACC championship game, and they'll have a chance to be in the playoff. Yeah. And they're probably going to play Virginia in that game, and they're probably going to beat Virginia.
So at the end of the day, they're ACC good, and that's the one bid league.
Yep. Illinois at Wisconsin. Wisconsin got their Big Ten win. I would imagine they're feeling fat and happy. They're not bowl eligible anyway. Illinois on the road, 8.5. That's probably the way I would look. BYU's at Cincinnati, and this is a huge game for a lot of people because if you are another Big 12 team, you pretty much need BYU to lose. Everybody's cheering. Everybody who's not a BYU fan is cheering for BYU to lose to open up a spot because otherwise Texas Tech's in the Texas Tech, and then there's not another spot.
I thought after what I saw Tech do to BYU, I thought they were going to fold up the tent. I thought, and they did not. That freshman quarterback Bear is better than I thought. I have no reason to doubt them.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They're a pretty good football team.
And then Arizona State's at Colorado to wrap up the slate. Arizona State, a 7.5-point favorite. I could see this being a sort of a rally point for Deion and his guys. They're eliminated from bowl or eligibility now. They just lost on the road to West Virginia. West Virginia stinks. Like, Colorado is non-Oklahoma State the worst team in the Big 12, and this is their last home game. You heard Deion say he wants to stay.
Yeah,
he believes in it. I think you get an all-out effort from Colorado here. So 7.5 at home, I'd probably be interested.
Were you surprised at what Deion said?
No.
I know he's trying to firm up his recruiting class, and I'm sure he's being recruited against with people saying he's leaving.
Yeah.
But I appreciate the fact that he is going to stick with it. I think that this will be a real telling thing about him over the next year and a half.
I mean, the truth of it is, the best thing about Deion is his recruiting ability.
Yep.
I don't think Deion is some brilliant X and O's coach. He's a CEO of a program. And quite frankly, Colorado is just not very good. And that's despite him bringing in a lot better players than Colorado normally gets. So the idea that Deion is going to go somewhere else and do better doesn't really make sense to me. You know what I mean?
I think what you've learned, though, is if you hire Deion, you're going to have to pay him, but you're also going to say, I get to help you pick your coordinators and your coaches. You know, I don't think he has served himself very well by bringing in former
his famous
players.
friends.
Yeah, and I think that helps in recruiting. And I do think that former players certainly bring stuff to the table. But there's something about development that even as good a player as you might have been, developing a guy to do things that you were quite frankly born to do, capable of doing without much coaching, is very difficult. You know, I mean, when you're being coached as a defensive line by Warren Sapp, I mean, dude, you were born to play this. You know, the technique thing, I'm not sure is going to be your forte because you were just freaking great.
All right, we are halfway there on a Friday. Happy day, everybody.
Yeah.
Happy day. We've got NFL to discuss. A lot of NFL coming up in the next hour, including our conversation with Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer. Stick around for that and plenty more. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance makes the claims process easy, so you can get back on the road in no time. It's why over 43 million drivers trust Progressive. See for yourself at Progressive.com. That's Progressive.com.
Target brings more taste, more flavor, and more deals to your Thanksgiving table. Save big on affordable holiday crowd pleasers, like select elevated sides and appetizers from Good & Gather for only $4.99. Favorite day pies for a sweet finishing touch, also just $4.99. And don't forget, great tasting turkey for only 79 cents a pound. So many cravings, so many ways to save. Step into the holidays and elevate your Thanksgiving today. Only at Target. Restrictions apply.
Currently, we're farming about 800 acres, and every year we're looking at what we can do to improve our farm. Plant fertility, higher yields. That all starts with ag research.
Every year, America's research universities drive over $3.4 billion in agricultural science that supports U.S. farmers.
I want to keep this family farm in our family.
Help protect American farmers. Visit research4.us. Paid for by Research for a Stronger America.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've been representing people injured in traffic collisions here in San Antonio for more than 30 years. After a collision, I've spoken to many people who wanted to believe that the other driver's insurance company would be fair and they really didn't need an attorney. They thought that the insurance company would pay their medical bills and do the right thing. I wish that were true, but trying to go it alone is a big, big mistake. If you have been injured, please know the other driver's insurance company has adjusters and attorneys working against your interest. If insurance companies were trying to get to heaven, I'd be out of a job, gladly. That is just not the world we live in, though. Call me as soon as you can if you are injured in a traffic collision. I do not charge anything to review your case with you. I'll tell you what you need to do and what you should not do. If you want a smart and fair result, you'll need to make smart decisions along the way. And that is what I do. You and I will make smart decisions for you and your family, and we'll get justice and fair results. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
Let me ask you a question. Is your roof ready for anything? Well, Stevens Roofing, a locally owned company, has been serving our community for decades. Whether it's a commercial project or residential, or repairing your old roof, or maybe installing a new one, they've got you covered. And now Stevens offers solar. Stevens Solar Solutions can save you money and energy. Stevens Roofing, quality craftsmanship, solar solutions, and local expertise under one roof. Call 210-785-0994 or go to stevensroofing.net.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Find great savings at our Red Tag sales event at North Park Chevy in Castroville. Get $15,000 off MSRP on the new 2025 Silverado 1500s. Save $10,000 off MSRP on the new 2025 Silverado Heavy Duty. Buy a new 2026 Equinox for the low price of $24,999. Or get a 2026 Traverse for $36,999. Together, let's drive North Park Chevrolet by Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com. Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from Newstalk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your commute, we just cleared one of our trouble spots. That wreck at Loop 410 westbound at Broadway is cleared. Still might notice a little bit of a slow residual delay from Harry Wurzbach. On I-10 westbound Martin Luther King, that is an accident. Stop and go from Houston Street. Starting to slow down a little bit along 1604 eastbound. That stretch between Culebra on over to Braun Road, about a 10-12 minute commute. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
The Houston Texans are above 500 with a surprising win over the Buffalo Bills, 23-19 the final score. The Texans were paced by Will Anderson on the defensive side with 2.5 sacks. The Spurs took care of business last night with the Atlanta Hawks, winning 135-126. De'Aaron Fox led the way with 26 points, 5 rebounds, and 9 assists. In college football this weekend, third-ranked Texas A&M plays host to Samford, another game you can catch live on San Antonio Sports Star. Pregame starts at 10 with kickoff at 11. The 17th-ranked Texas Longhorns play host to Arkansas with a kickoff at 2:30 in Austin. And finally, UTSA plays host to East Carolina with a kickoff in the Alamo Dome set for 2:30. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center brought to you by Centergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowt.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
On the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. What a day.
It is a day.
What a day.
Hey, Rob, people are noticing your haircut.
Are they really?
Oh, yes.
I went to Super Great Wonderful Cuts yesterday.
Famous James made fun of it, but Alexander says it's better than Ryan Eagle's hair. So,
well,
there you have it.
That's a very different bar to clear.
Yes.
Because his hair is in a category of its own.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even aspire or even attempt something like that. That hair has remained perfect for 30 years.
I saw a couple of the guys last night that I was talking to at the Anchor Bar were saying, so what's going on with you and Joe? Do you guys have beef?
No, you don't even see him.
I like last night I saw Joe for the first time, and I think I'd seen Joe
since you got hired, right?
Oh, no. That's right. The boys were at the Anchor Bar.
They were at the
last
Anchor
night.
Bar.
I'm sorry, I hadn't put it all together.
Yeah, I saw Joe last night. I think it might have been the second or third time I've seen him since we went to Oxnard together.
My gosh, that's
the golf tournament.
Well, I mean, we just live different.
The golf tournament.
Yeah, we just live very different schedules.
The last time I saw him was at the golf tournament.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, but that doesn't mean that we have beef.
There's no beef.
No, it's just fun.
No beef.
I mean, Joe might hate me. That's possible, but
I can attest that's not the case either.
Okay.
But, I mean, you got to keep in mind, this is a group of...
I mean, he is a get off my lawn guy.
Well,
but,
I mean, this is 4 rather outspoken dudes.
Yeah.
So
I am...
People kind of get the verbal sparring into anger. And
I am probably more get off my lawn guy than anybody.
I think all of us are.
I'm the oldest of the 4 on-air guys here. I'm the oldest one, like, on the inside. Like, when they're... you can ask Rob. When we're in Oxnard, and they're like, hey, let's go out to this bar. I'm like...
Really?
Yeah, I just want to stay home and get drunk.
I'm going to be here sleeping.
There's going to be people there?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, that's me. I don't know. If there's people there, I'm staying home.
We're going to be surrounded by people. Let me just go.
I hate people.
I know. Gross.
People hanging around.
Gross. All right. What a stupid start to Week 12 as the Bills lose to the Texans. But there's There's plenty more where that came from.
Do you get the sense this could be an upset weekend? This is certainly a turning point weekend. There's a lot of
there's
teams
some
that have to.
Real meaningful games this weekend.
And when there's a lot of have tos, only about half the have tos actually happen.
When you say big upset weekend.
Well, I meant like turning point. Like they lose and they're no longer considered a viable chance. You know what I mean? Like I think we're going to start whittling down those with possibilities, and those that believe they have a chance might have to become, spoilers. And then you have those that are going to just wing it a prayer. And then you're going to have the teams that, well, it's all over now. Let's try something new. Backup quarterback gets to play for the rest of the year kind of stuff. And I think that it'll start over the next through Thanksgiving. And then when we come back for that last month, it's a sprint to the finish for those that matter.
I think maybe the most impactful game on the schedule this week is Colts-Chiefs.
And who'd have thought we'd get here with that?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Colts are 3.5-point favorites in Kansas City, which is, I mean, the idea that would be a real number is wild to me. Like, I mean, the idea, the Bills were favored in Kansas City, and I remember thinking, how crazy is that they're someone's favored in Kansas City?
Now, remove your perception and thought and just think of the two football teams. I don't think it's a bad number. You know, honestly, I don't think it's a bad number.
It's hard to argue because the Chiefs have been so pedestrian.
Yes.
But at the same time, it's Daniel Jones against Patrick Mahomes. It's hard for me to get past that.
The good news is Kansas City, while they have certainly they're not what they were. They've degraded. On the road is where the problems are. And that's always the defining factor
Chiefs
for a football
Chiefs are
team.
4-1 at home.
But who'd have thought Mahomes would have this kind of problem on the road consistently? So at least he's at home. But what really worries me for Kansas City fan is I don't know how you stop the run. I don't know how you're going to figure it out. I mean, you're going to have to put it in Daniel Jones's arms to beat you. So you're going to have to load up the box and just hope for the best here.
Well, my bigger issue with Kansas City is where's their offense come from? And
that's where the magic of Mahomes is going to
Travis Kelce
right?
is I don't want to say he's washed because he's still he's better than replacement level tight end, but he's not a superstar anymore. They don't really have a real number one guy. Like Xavier Worthy's okay. Rashee Rice is up and down.
Yeah.
There's just not a guy you can really count on, and their running game is very hit or miss. So,
and in a grander existential
but they've got to
look.
win. They've got to win.
So, and if they don't, and do you think the NFL, the suits on Fifth Avenue, would be excited about the prospect of a new and upcoming team making a run toward the playoffs, or is it, oh, crap, we got no Mahomes, we got nothing?
I mean, the NFL would certainly prefer to have Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs.
And personally, I'm not sure where I am either. A lot of me is anybody but Kansas City because I'm tired of them. But the other part of me is I still want to see Mahomes magic. I still want to see the greatest guy do great things in a big time moment. And if they lose this weekend, that's it. I mean, they could play spoiler and pray for some help, but I don't see how anything positive for the rest of the year happens for them.
If they lose this game, it might unravel. Another big game. I'm calling this the Fraud Bowl. Pittsburgh at Chicago. Somebody's got to win. I suppose.
Okay. Because in your mind, in most frauds, what do we give the winner? What do we anoint the winner as? Just the winner of the Fraud Bowl?
I mean, the winner is probably a safe playoff team, which that's enough of a prize, right? I mean, I don't know that a lot of people thought either one of these teams were playoff teams going into it, but the winner of this one is probably pretty safe. Because this would give the Steelers even more separation from Baltimore, which they need. Baltimore's been on the rise. Pittsburgh's been dropping. And the Bears, I mean, who would have thought the first place Chicago Bears in that division?
I talked about it on Monday. At what point did we admit?
I won't.
See, I'm closer to it than you are.
You're way closer than if you're even having the discussion. You're closer to than I am.
Like I say, at some point, no matter what your record is, you are what that record is. No matter if there's reasons or injuries and all that. Well, they're healthy, so it's not that, and they're winning. So they are what their record tells me they are. Not like they're beating a lot of teams, but they are, and it's a begrudging admittance. If they beat Pittsburgh, we'll have to begrudgingly admit that, I'll be damned, Chicago actually has a football team. You're not there, but I think I might be.
I'm not there.
What would it take?
Well, let's just say, okay, well, the quarterbacks that they faced in the last 3 weeks are J.J. McCarthy, a Jackson Dart, Russell Wilson blend, and Joe Flacco. So I'm just going to say, and before that, it was Spencer Rattler and Geno Smith. And, I'm just not there. I'm not there.
Two Super Bowl champions.
They did beat the Cowboys.
And them.
They did beat the Cowboys.
Man, what a strange year.
It is really weird.
This could be one of the strangest stories to come out of this season. The ridiculous, though hard to measure, improvement of the Bears. I can't figure out how they're better. They just are.
It's like if I had told you I'm going to give you the exact opposite standings of the NFC North, this feels much more likely than the real ones. Minnesota first place, Detroit second place, Green Bay third, Chicago fourth. That sounds a lot more reasonable than
we're in the
Chicago,
Bizarro
Green
universe.
Bay, Detroit, Minnesota. But that's what we've got. I don't buy into Chicago. I think that they've played a very fortunate run in their schedule, and it's about to get a lot tougher at Eagles, at Packers coming up after this Steelers game. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm going to be late to the party, but usually I've got a good feel for these things.
The longer it goes, Bear fan is going to be jumping out of second stories, third story windows. The longer they keep winning, Bear fan is going to delude themselves into they're actually
they
good.
really do. I think they do.
I think they do, and I'm about to believe it.
I have a Bears fan buddy who texts me once a week. Oh, what do you think now? Are you still frauds?
Yep.
I'm like, yes, still frauds. Still frauds. Seattle's at the Tennessee Titans.
Boy, this cures what ails you, isn't it?
Yeah, something tells me Sam Darnold won't throw 4 interceptions in this game. Can the Titans score points against this defense?
This is an angry Seattle team.
They are pissed off. They just lost a game. They feel like I said this last week, and I really do, or I guess it was earlier this week. That Seattle Rams game, Seattle outplayed the Rams at almost every turn if you don't count the turnovers. And obviously turnovers happened, and they were a real thing.
But that's Darnold's stuff.
But if you say the idea that Sam Darnold's going to throw 4 interceptions in a given game, that's a pretty slim chance.
And it's a roadie too, right?
Yeah, at Tennessee,
I'd want to be on the road playing the worst team in football, or at least one that I consider to be the worst team in football.
Seattle is 4-1 on the road. The Titans 0-5 at home. I think Seattle might snuff out a cigarette butt here. Hey, you talked about. You talked about maybe seeing what you've got in some other players. If I were the Tennessee Titans, I don't know what their depth chart looks like at quarterback, but I would probably find a way. I guess it's Brandon Allen. I would find a way to not have Cam Ward play anymore this year because all you're doing is if he's going to be any good, you're not helping him right now.
And I think a precedent was set with Bryce at Carolina that it's okay. You can come back from being benched. It's not the permanent black market kind of used to be, especially when, man, they got no other recourse. So if you'll take it for what it's worth and get better for it, it could be the best thing to happen to you. But I'm not sure, given their status right now, that they have any recourse. They got to play him. Who's backing him up?
Brandon Allen. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Who's backing him up?
Patriots are at the Bengals. The Patriots are now 6-point favorites. The Bengals keep taking money.
And I keep hearing he's going to play.
I know. So that's all it can be. I bet the Bengals earlier in the week at 7.5. I bet them a little bit at 8. I couldn't get a bunch of money down at 8, so most of my investments at 7.5. But it's down to 6 now, which to move from 8.5 to 6 tells you there's some sort of real thing happening. Joe Burrow, not only a full participant at practice, people are saying he looks amazing at practice. If he goes out and plays, man, it is certainly an all-in move for the Bengals, who are sitting at 3-7. I think they realize if we lose here, the season is over.
And just the fact that Burrow's doing this, I couldn't be more impressed. But at the same time, let's not Grant Hill this. Are we pushing the gas when we shouldn't?
Careful.
I mean, you might not be needed, and this is happening. But I'm excited for him to come back. I know that.
B. Hannon says, was there a lot of Bills fans, AJ? Not at NRG. There was a lot of Bills fans where actually there was a decent amount at NRG from what I saw. But at the Anchor Bar, there was a ton.
Yeah, that's their
Eagle fan says, is Burrow playing and Rodgers? I don't know about Rodgers.
Yeah,
they say it's like a safety thing.
I
We'll
can't
see.
imagine he's going to play. I mean, because they can't physically brace it, so you have to tape it. And I get the sense that kind of injury, any movement would cause further injury. So
Yeah.
I figure they're going to give him another week.
And then C-Note says, I haven't watched any Titans games this year. Does Cam suck that bad? Yes.
He's so lost.
He is so bad.
And it's not his physical tools. I mean, some of it is. It's
Well, I mean,
that
well, part of
sidearm
it, yeah.
slinging, but he wasn't prepared for this. It's
No.
too much.
I really think it would have been in his best interest for Will Levis to be playing this full season and Will Levis eating all of these bullets. But instead, it's Cam, and I do think he's going to be ruined for this. I just think it's going to be hard for him to come back from this, is all I'll say. This is a disastrous season. The Giants are at the Lions. Lions are 10-point favorites. I don't like that. First of all, Jameis is playing. Give me Jameis as a big underdog all day. Like, Jameis keeps you in a game.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, we saw it again. Like, the Lions had bad offense. Then they had 1 week of good offense. And we were like, oh, maybe they figured it out.
Because Campbell, Dan
Campbell
the first game.
took the play sheet.
But the second
the second game, bad offense. I'm pretty convinced that the Lions' offense just isn't that great.
They should be better, and I'm gonna lean the other way on this. I think this is more about if his game plan is good, I think they're going to be all right. And I think last week Detroit's game plan wasn't very good, and because he's play caller and head coach and they couldn't adjust very well. I think this week the game plan will be a little bit easier to make because you're playing the Giants. I expected Detroit to come back on the offense. Now, doesn't mean Jameis won't throw 3 touchdowns. I don't think he will, but I don't think he's going to throw 3 interceptions either.
All right, we got some more NFL to look at. I'm going to give away right now the Black Label Society is playing with Zach Sabbath in Dark Chapel, February 27th, Boeing Center at Techport. Let's go with caller number 4. You'll win a pair of tickets to that. February 27th, Black Label Society at the Boeing Center at Techport. And that if you don't win tickets, you can obviously buy them at livenation.com. All right, we'll come back. We'll wrap up the rest of the NFL previews. Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Oh, it's only 8:15, but you better start thinking about lunch. I know Twin Peaks is. That kitchen's already getting cooked up and ready for you today. Go over to Twin Peaks and enjoy some lunch. You're about to have an overdose of bird and stuffing and all that. You're not going to want that day after day after day. If you want a break from the holiday cuisine or you want to just go treat yourself in a man cave, head over to any one of the 4 Twin Peaks. They got a scratch menu made for MVPs waiting on you. How about thinking right now you're going to go over just after lunch and you're going to have yourself a big old smoked chicken quesadilla plate that's going to have pepper jack, cheddar, green chilies, roasted corn, black beans, pico de gallo, fire roasted salsa, and sour cream. Scratch made just waiting on you on a day like this. How do fried pickles sound? Or maybe a peak sampler with not only the pickles, but buffalo tenders, hand-cut mozzarella bites that are hot and steamy that stretch out in front of you, the marinara to go along with it, the blue cheese dressing too. I'm getting hungry. Are you? That's Twin Peaks. You head over there. Doesn't matter the time of day. If the games are on, they're going to be on at Twin Peaks. The food coming out of the kitchen going to be scratch-made perfect and made just for you, and we don't even need to start with the drinks. Now, the mixologist standing back there ain't just a pretty face. They got a job to do, and they do it well, and you're going to get a cold beer or always 29 degrees or better because that's what the thermometer says. Twin Peaks, the eats are always spectacular. The eats are and the drinks are always icy cold. But when it comes to the holidays, it's those scenic views.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday afternoon at 3:25. The Cowboys take on the defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles at home. Pre-game at 2:30. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
You like that? How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling.
Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hi, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio where I've practiced for more than 30 years. And San Antonio has really grown since I started practicing law. The risk of injury in a car crash today is greater than it's ever been because every day we're forced to share our roads with 80,000-pound 18-wheelers and some truly dangerous drivers. If you or a family member is injured in a car crash, know this. The insurance companies are mobilized against you. They have highly trained adjusters and a long roster of attorneys with one job: pay as little as possible. Their techniques are extensive, and I believe you have zero chance of obtaining a fair recovery on your own. If you're involved in a car crash, you need to hire an attorney as soon as possible after the collision and before you speak to the insurance company's adjusters. Now, I do not have a comic book nickname. I do not call myself the Law Eagle, the Tiger Lawyer, the Law Chupacabra. I think the practice of law needs to be taken more seriously. If you've been injured, call me, Jason Thompson, for a free consultation. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400. Or my website, alawyerforus.com.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more, 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Blue Star Tequila, the world's first and only 100% night harvested agave. And you might be saying, well, why do I care when it's harvested? It allows the agave to be harvested while it's resting and out of the brutal heat. Benefits to workers who would normally work into the heat of the day. It's just better for the flavoring. And speaking of flavoring, it's 100% additive free. No flavoring, sweetening, or coloring added, and it's unfiltered. Live your life unfiltered and do it with Blue Star Tequila. Find Blue Star Tequila at Alamo City Liquors, Costco, Specs, and Total Wine.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
Party and party and party and party and fun, 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 fun. Looking forward to the weekend. Yes, sir! It's Friday.
This is a getaway day for a lot of people.
Hell yeah, baby. Hell yeah.
A lot of folks.
Including
week.
you.
Yeah, I'll be gone I'll be gone Monday.
Yeah. Or you're going to be off on Monday?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm hitting the this is my long hunting weekend.
Yeah. This is like a big fancy hunt.
This is one of the highlights of my year.
Yeah.
This is one of those. Anybody who's ever been on a catered hunt?
I've never done it.
It's like the other half, how the other half live.
Yeah, we were talking about maybe sneaking me up there for a day. I might do it.
Go up to the plains of Africa.
Oh, yes. I got a brand new gun that I need to.
You need to baptize.
I do.
Have you shot it yet?
I haven't. Not a round's been through it.
They've got a 100-yard range.
Okay.
Easy to sight in.
Mm-hmm. 100 yards. That's pretty far for me. I need to throw a knife.
Well, the good news is this is one
knife throwing.
An axe.
This is one of those.
That's what the axe man does.
Those hunts. And the best thing that's happened to hunting forever. There's two things that have advanced the sport of hunting that further than anything in the last 100 years. One is the CPAP machine.
Okay.
The CPAP machine at a hunting camp has changed the earth. Used to, you go to a hunting camp and you walk into that bunkhouse and it's 8 dudes snoring so loud.
Yeah.
It's, oh, gosh. And now all you hear is the quiet whir of the air pumps.
Okay.
Ridiculous. And the next best thing, and it's probably even better, is the ability to use a drone to go find an animal that you winged. You know what I mean? That you can use the drone to go up and find it, or even if you're hunting pig or something like that, you can use the drone to find
follow it.
Oh, my gosh. But anybody who's ever lost a deer in the woods.
Oh, that's the worst feeling.
Oh. So the catered hunt, even before all of this was a thing, it was not a worry. Like, send the tracker to go find the deer. I'll be back at the camp eating a steak.
I'll be damned.
It's one of those. But the CPAP
Sounds
machine
nice.
has made life anybody for any camp.
When I was a kid, even the cabins that we would go to sleep in didn't have electricity. Like we had a wood burning stove and a kerosene lantern. So a CPAP machine wouldn't have helped us anyway.
Well, those that need it, it's either that or sleeping with a bear, and then you add 4 bears and the farts that go along with it. Now you walk into the bunkhouse, if you're the last one in there, it's no big deal. It's just that quiet
you're not really selling this thing to me.
No, it's great. Well, I mean, anybody who's been in a bunkhouse knows that, dude, you want to be the first one asleep.
Oh, yeah, please.
You don't want to be the last one in there.
All right. As we roll through the rest of these games, Vikings are at the Packers in a.
This should have been.
This should be a huge game.
A huge game.
The total in this game is 41.5.
Which tells you.
I can't imagine 41.5 points being scored. J.J. McCarthy stinks, first of all.
Kind of does.
And Jordan Love stinks.
Kind of does.
Like, let's just call it what it is.
Which team has the highest ceiling?
I'll go with Minnesota.
Me too. And I say that begrudgingly, knowing full well that twice this season I have woke up on a Monday going, best team in the NFL is Green Bay. Twice.
No, they're not.
And they're not.
They're not. And especially now, they lost Tucker Kraft, their most important offensive piece. Now they've lost Josh Jacobs. I mean, they don't have anybody who they can trust.
I think we need to say that again. They have lost Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
That is over.
Jets are at the Ravens. Ravens 13.5-point favorites.
That's
Snooze. Rob, okay, we got to take a break now so we can bring in Coach Shoddy. But in the 9 o'clock hour, I want to talk about this Browns-Raiders game.
Uh-oh.
I'm telling you, I saw enough of Shedeur Sanders to know.
Oh, here we go.
He's going to get a full week of practice.
I was right all along.
They're going to know his cadence.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. We'll see. Hopefully we'll have Coach Shoddy on the other side of this thing. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, Ewald Kubotas all around South Texas have one mission in mind, and that is to take care of you long after the initial contact is made. John Ewald knows that the deal is just the beginning of the relationship. So you could walk into any one of the Ewald Kubotas around South Texas and know that no reasonable offer is going to be refused. That if you are there with a good conscience and you're ready to make a deal, they are certainly there with you. So knowing full well you got that is something absolutely nice to know. And right now, as the year-end deals are in place, it's crazy good time to walk in there. It's always a good time. Now it's even better. You got the best service, hands down. Their customer service and the satisfaction is second to none. And that's why the Ewald name matters, because it's their commitment to their customers. And if you need rental service or parts, the dealer around the corner, around your home for 75 years is right there. One call does it all. They'll deliver, they'll pick up. You need parts, you need service. That's what Ewald's there for. And if you're looking for the perfect gift, give the gift of orange. We're talking about orange tractors, RTVs, those zero-turn lawnmowers that we all want so badly. Everyone wants to receive the gift of orange, and those year-end specials are perfect. You got $179 tax savings in place right now that you can apply. Ewald Kubota has locations all around South Texas, and they're ready to meet you. Hey, they're all great guys, from John Ewald all the way down to every Ewald Kubota employee. They want to wish you a happy holiday season and express their absolute gratitude to you and the communities that you live in by offering you the best deal. Go by and say happy holidays to them, and I'm sure you're going to thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your commute, for the most part, we are in good shape. Now, it is going to take you about 25 minutes along 1604 westbound as you make your way from I-10 on over to 281. 1604 eastbound Bandera to I-10, that's a 5-minute ride. On 281 southbound 1604 to Wurzbach Parkway, 8 minutes. And I-10 eastbound Loop 410 to 35, a 5-minute ride. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line. That number 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance makes the claims process easy, so you can get back on the road in no time. It's why over 43 million drivers trust Progressive. See for yourself at Progressive.com. That's Progressive.com.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hi, I got hurt in a wreck, but I don't know if it's really worth getting an attorney.
Don't worry, you called the right place.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7, and you don't pay unless we win. We recently secured a jury verdict for $210 million in a wrongful death case. So if you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
We know exactly what you're not thinking about right now. Wiper blades. But now that you are, take a moment to think about how Rain-X is the #1 brand of wiper blades in America. Why? Because Rain-X thinks about wiper blades all the time. We obsess, so you don't have to. Simply install our blades and then think about literally anything else. So choose Rain-X, America's #1 wiper blades, and then go back to not thinking about wiper blades. Rain-X. Outsmart the elements.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, the Aggies. They got a cupcake this week. Are they going to get it done? We'll talk to the voice of the Aggies, Andrew Monaco, at 3:30.
He's not going to call it a cupcake. Cowboys don't have a cupcake on a Sunday. Cowboys-Eagles will have a preview, plus react to Texans-Bills from Thursday Night Football.
And Spurs-Hawks as well. The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It's the Cowboys from Hell, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Feeling it.
Oh, come on!
We haven't brought this up. And we got Coach imminent. So the Miss Universe pageant, did you see what went on during this thing?
No.
Okay, so the Miss Universe pageant started out with half the place walking out because the host was calling them stupid or something like that.
Okay.
And then they had one of the contestants actually fell off the stage in the contest itself and had to be rushed to the hospital.
Oh my God.
Yeah, just utter collapse at the Miss Universe.
Terrible.
It's sad. It really is. But one of the contestants,
Miss Universe ain't what
like
it used to be.
Miss Venezuela or Peru, was a death metal singer.
Now, is this the one that Trump used to run?
This is Miss Universe. I don't know. And it was going on in Thailand, I think, or the Philippines.
Okay.
But one of the
I saw that.
contestants,
Yeah.
she was a like a Swedish death metal singer.
That's hot.
Jeez.
The voice that came out of her.
That's hot.
It was, I don't know, hot, maybe.
Viking metal.
She just.
Is there a Miss Tortaverse? No.
No.
There's one of those every week.
A Gordita-verse?
There's a lot of those.
Yeah,
There's a pachanga going on.
It's called Miss El Paso.
Oh.
There's a myriad of
I'll judge
pachangas
that.
hitting on Sunday. That contest will be going on.
All right, we'll go through some of these games while we wait on Coach.
Yeah.
This Browns-Raiders game, the total in this game is 36.5. Geno Smith against Shedeur Sanders. I don't know how much you saw once Shedeur came in last. I mean,
didn't
Rob,
see much.
when I tell you he is the worst quarterback in the league, I'm not. I'm not being like. I'm not just being.
I think
mean
you have to
about
agree
it.
to. But I do know,
Like the drop off from Dylan Gabriel to him is significant, and Dylan Gabriel's already like a bottom 5 quarterback in the league.
And I'm not here to make excuses, but I did hear Rex Ryan say he had heard. Now that's hearsay again. That Shedeur hadn't taken a single snap, a viable snap, in weeks. That he didn't know that he wasn't given one backup snap last week because they were so desperate to get Dylan Gabriel up to speed. That
But Dylan Gabriel's been playing for.
I'm just saying that it appears that obviously Shedeur is way over his head. I'm not debating that, but it appears that his head coach did not do him any favors.
Probably not.
And he didn't prepare him, so you shouldn't have expected much. But the fact is, there wasn't much even at his best to be gotten. But at the very least this week, he'll get some snaps, and his team will know his cadence. I mean, the little things, but yeah, this guy's doomed. Doomed.
Do you remember during COVID when the Broncos started Kendall Hinton at quarterback? They started a wide receiver at quarterback.
I wanted to change the rules at that point. That game should have never been played.
I'm telling you now.
That bad.
It could be that. I mean, obviously, Shedeur Sanders is a better quarterback than Kendall Hinton. But, it's one of those things where I don't think people understand how big of a drop-off it can be to get to this level of quarterback. It's going to be disastrous for Cleveland.
So, if I'm a numbers guy.
I project the Raiders to win this game by double digits.
In Cleveland.
In Cleveland.
In Cleveland.
No, it's in Vegas.
Oh, it's okay. Well, there we go. Then I feel a whole lot comfortable with that statement because the Cleveland defense, much like the Texans
Cleveland
defense,
at home, their defense is legit. Their defense on the road is not very good. No, I think, and I don't think much of the Raiders at all. I think they're a disaster. But I just think that this quarterback is so bad that it's going to end up being ugly. Jags are at the Cardinals. Cardinals are 3-point home dogs to Jacksonville.
It's a low-key fun football game.
So Jacksonville, because the Chargers came out all the way out to the East Coast and blew it last week, now everybody thinks Jacksonville might be good. I assure you they're not. Not good enough that they should be 3-point road favorites on the West Coast.
And the Cardinals ain't good, but they're going to hit you hard. You're going to know you played a football game.
And you know what? Jacoby Brissett's pretty good. He's putting it up. Jacoby Brissett's better than Trevor Lawrence.
Right now, yeah. I don't think there's any dispute.
Falcons and Saints. Saints 2.5-point favorites. Michael Penix out again.
I hate Atlanta.
I mean,
I hate Atlanta.
No, Kirk Cousins is going to be out there with no Drake London. The Falcons are terrible. They really are. The Saints are going to win this game.
The Saints should have a parade. They're favored.
Yeah, and then the last Sunday Night Football, Buccaneers and the Rams. Rams are 7-point favorites in this one. I think that's going to be a really good game, too. I think the Buccaneers are starting to feel a little desperation.
I do, and I think the Rams might be in a profit-taking mood. They just took care of Seattle. They're comfortable on top of the NFC, and Tampa's playing for their lives right now.
And the Bucs fighting. Carolina's coming. Carolina's better than anybody thought.
For their lives.
The Philadelphia Eagles will play the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday at 3:25 there in Arlington at AT&T Stadium. And the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys joins us now, courtesy of AA Best Bail Bonds. Brian Schottenheimer's here on the program with us. Good morning, Coach.
What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
Hey, good, Coach. It's nice to talk to you on a normal week as you bounce off of a late one. You actually play a game on Sunday. That must feel kind of weird.
Yeah, but the weeks don't feel normal, and the weeks aren't going to feel normal here for a little while. But, hey, we'll make sure we find time to get on the phone and connect because I really do look forward to visiting with you guys every Friday.
And thank you. Doesn't happen very often. Does it feel like Friday? I mean, what day is it in your world?
Season, especially this late in the season, you're coming off a Monday night game where we rolled into Dallas around 3:45 or so, and then you start looking at, okay, well, we play Sunday. Then, okay, who do we play now? Oh, yeah, Kansas City on Thursday. And then, oh, yeah, then we get a mini. No, we don't get a mini bye. We go to Detroit. And then, okay, like you really do lose track of it. And but hey, it's that time of year, man. And you roll up your sleeves, you get to work, and we got to start stacking some wins.
Coach, no truth to the rumor that you were throwing up in the casino parking lot, right? That
wasn't you.
That wasn't you?
No, I do that. I do that in my room. I prefer to do that in my room.
Like a gentleman. Like a gentleman. That's the way it's supposed to be.
Yes, it's much easier in my room. And again, I just don't want to disturb people.
Yeah,
I just keep it in my room.
It's just comfortable around that.
And somebody's going to step in it in the parking lot. It's just
sleep
gross.
in the bathroom like a man.
It's gross. All right, let's talk about the game last week. It felt like an opportunity for your guys to sort of get right. And I know the opponent is, I mean, it's the Raiders. It is what it is. But it was nice to see you guys make an inferior opponent look inferior. Do you feel like you guys built some real confidence coming out of Vegas?
Well, I think, number one, I thought it was our most consistent game we've played. I really felt like, all three phases we really played pretty well. Again, certainly wasn't perfect, but I do feel like that, yes, we came out of there, with some swagger and confidence on defense. I thought the play style on defense felt different, and that's more than just one or two guys. It's just the way we played. There was a confidence to what we were doing. We certainly, made them not even want to try to run the ball. I mean, really, they didn't even try to run the ball because we were, so dominant up front. And I just think at the end of the day, you can draw from that. We played a team that doesn't have a lot of victories, and we play well. And we always focus on us, guys. I mean, we're getting ready to play a team that's got a lot of victories, and they're really good. But we're gonna focus on ourselves, and if we do that, it normally works out pretty well for us.
Strange question. Are you superstitious? Is there something? Do you do things regularly because you just won?
Not really. I mean, there's times that I am, but not really. No, I think there's certain things, but for the most part, no, I'm not like over the top in any way, shape, or form.
The only reason I ask is, Philadelphia coming to town, certainly the rivalry goes without speaking and all that kind of stuff. And knowing full well exactly what you're going to get, I don't think Philadelphia is going to trick anybody with what they're bringing to you. I was just wondering if you had some kind of curious thing that kept things rolling along with your players. And let's focus on this. I want to talk about the tush push before we go any further. Thoughts on that? I heard Quinton talk about it the other day. Are we tired of this thing?
I mean, I think we're all tired of trying to stop it because they're good at it. And again, at the end of the day, when I get asked about it, which I do all the time, I think, hey, look, at the end of the day, they're good at it. Do I think it's the prettiest playing football? No, I really don't. I do think the league's done a nice job of trying to officiate it a little bit better in terms of making sure everybody gets off on the snap count and things like that. And that there's no leaning or anything like that. But at the end of the day, hey, I think you got to give them a little bit of credit. And, it's when teams start adapting it, you watch the Bills do it some, you watch other people do it some. Again, do I think it's here to stay? No, I do not. But again, I give them more credit than I do spend time complaining about it.
You guys already played this Eagles team once. Obviously, it was a weird game. There was a lightning delay. The Eagles' best player got kicked out before the game even really started. What do you take away from that first game? Because quite frankly, even though it was a loss, there was a lot of positive things, especially when you look back at the season in hindsight. Like, that was one of your team's better defensive performances. Like, there are some positives to be gleaned from that game. What do you take from that Week 1 matchup?
Well, I mean, we look at the game. I mean, they are, again, a little bit different, just like we are. Let's start on really both defensive sides of the ball. I mean, we look way different now, and you're right, we did play well in that game, other than, Jalen, got out a few times on us. Jalen Hurts, of course, got out on us a few times, and we didn't contain him very well. But, we're different. We've got, Demo back. We've added Quinnen. We've got different guys playing on the edges outside some. You got Logan Wilson, you got Kalen Carson's playing, you got Siobhan playing, you got different things like that. And so that's different, and they're different. I mean, like you said, we didn't have to play, arguably one of the most dominant interior defensive linemen in Jalen Carter. They go out and they get, Jalen Phillips. And so Jordan Davis is playing great. So, again, we're all a little bit more advanced from a personnel standpoint. But at the end of the day, I mean, they have a great identity. They know who they are. And again, we kind of know who we want to be, but we got to play more consistent. And my big challenge to guys last week going into Vegas with all the things we had going on was it was going to be about execution. And I was just really pleased with our execution last game. I thought our guys really did a great job in all three phases of doing right and making good calls and executing and communicating, things like that. And I think that's why we performed well. And we're going to need to do that again this week against a team that doesn't do a whole lot, guys. They really don't. I mean, they don't do a whole lot. What they do it well, and that's why it's going to come down to execution again.
The execution thing is key, obviously, and you're bringing in all those new bodies on defense. You talked of the confidence. Was the confidence there before the game, or did it grow during the game?
No, it was there before the game. It really was. I felt that way, just even getting on the plane, heading out to Vegas. And I think it's because, you've added some veterans leadership. You had some young guys that were, ready because they've worked so hard to be ready. That's, of course, Kalen Carson and Vaughn and all that stuff. But, again, getting two of your elite safeties back with Hooker and Donovan Wilson, which, let's be honest, guys, the safeties drive everything. I mean, they make all the calls to set formation adjustments and coverage calls and things like that. And so there was confidence getting on the plane. And, of course, when you go out and you play well early on, it kind of just continues to build.
You guys, I mean, obviously there's been a lot of talk about your defense this year and the struggles, and the offense has generally been really good. It's been kind of the opposite for the Eagles. The defense, we everybody, there's nothing bad to say about it, but their offense has struggled. They're not running the ball as well as a year ago. The offensive line, Saquon Barkley, even Jalen Hurts seem less. They've all been less efficient. Their offensive line is banged up. Do you feel like a team that was so committed to this identity of run first, when running doesn't come easy, that this is a real I don't want to call them vulnerable, but this is a good opportune time to play them?
Yeah, I mean, I think at the end of the day, we've talked about this before. I think a couple weeks ago, and I look at it as the play caller, myself, is, when you're made to be kind of one-dimensional or you're struggling in one area or the other, it is a little bit challenging. And again, I'm very, careful with what I say, just because I have so much respect for Nick Sirianni and his staff and what they've built, from just really the entire team. But this offense is dangerous, man. I mean, and again, it comes in waves. And, Jalen obviously does a great job of protecting the football. He can extend plays. Again, you can't sleep on Saquon, because if you give him an inch, he can take it a mile. And then, again, the receivers, I mean, they're talented. So, again, they're probably a little bit like we've been at times, where it's just not the consistency that you're used to. And certainly I hope we can make it difficult for them this weekend.
This is, the running game certainly is going to be vital. And we've watched Jaden Blue not play a whole lot. Are you looking for another back to kind of supplement Williams? And if so, is he there, or is Malik Davis going to be the guy?
Again, everybody, wants to talk a lot about Jaden. And look, I love Jaden Blue. I think there's so much that we're excited about with Jaden. And but when you talk about, as you're building out your game day roster, there's not just offense or defense that factors in, and you have to put in the special teams aspect. And when you get to, the latter part of your game day, guys that are going to be up, you have to look at, okay, all right, how's the affect defense? Okay, well, good. Well, he affects defense this way, but what about special teams? Okay, well, how does this guy affect offense? Okay, well, all right, well, how about special teams? And really, Malik Davis is a guy that, from the time he's come back, I'll be honest with you guys, he's been, so much more mature and confident. And I mean that. Like, we obviously, released him a while back, and when he came back, it felt different. And he's really just been incredible in both phases, the offensive side of it from a pass protection. He's got run talent, but he's really made himself irreplaceable a little bit on special teams. He's the personal protector. He's basically involved in all four of our core teams. And so it's not that we like one player over another. It's like when you're getting to those last couple spots of your roster, guys, you have to factor in everything, because you have to do more than, unless you're the starter or the star, you have to be more involved than in just offense or defense.
You guys in Vegas last week, the Raiders' offense is pretty bad in general. The offensive line is atrocious. But I was curious your grades on the new guys, and not just Quinnen and Logan, but also DeMarvion, like who's new to this season. How do you feel like the new guys blended in and took advantage of their first opportunities here?
Yeah, I thought it was great to see those guys play. I know it was fun, for me to watch Agent Zero out there running around, and he affects the game even when he doesn't, have come away with 15 tackles or whatever it was. But again, I think if you ask Demo, he played good. Certainly, things were moving fast for him at times and whatnot, but he's just got such incredible instincts and makeup speed that I just love watching him run and hit and things like that. But for the most part, we were very consistent. So, Quinnen did a nice job. Logan, with his opportunities, did a very good job. Revel, he did a good job. Kalen Carson, I can't say enough good things about these guys, and that's why I believe what we were feeling with the confidence and being excited to come back and play after everything we've dealt with over the past 2 weeks. It was great to see those guys really go in there and really compete like crazy, and they played well.
Have you worked on what Dak's going to say to Jalen Carter to get him thrown out early? Is there anything that we can go at?
We've got
thing,
different people. Yeah. Well, we expected. They think it's going to be Dak, so we're going to come around, maybe use some different people. We're identifying that. I can't give it away on the radio, but I think we're going to have to play Jalen this week, and again, that's always a tough thing.
I got a good Yo Mama joke if you something like that might help.
I would just say
maybe I'll get kicked. Hey, maybe I'll get kicked out. How about that? I'll get kicked out.
Maybe
I'll do whatever it takes.
Maybe
do your part, right?
You
do your part.
You go spit on Jalen. Maybe Jalen spits back.
Yeah, maybe
you guys both go
take a punch for the team.
I'll say this. I know every time my son says 6'7", my wife wants to hit him.
6'7".
So if Dak gets in Jalen's face and starts saying 6'7", maybe Jalen will hit him, and then that's that makes life a lot easier.
We're here to help.
Hey, listen, I'd much rather Jalen hit me or anybody hit me than Dak, okay? So look, I am going to take one for the team. I'll go up, talk to him, and tell him what a great player he is, and come up with a few other things maybe. And yeah, I'm going to tell you what, he's an incredible football player, man, and it was nice not having to go against him, but I don't think we're going to be that fortunate this week.
Well, and I don't think you're get a weather delay either. So you guys are going to have to just go straight through the game, it looks like, this week. Coach, best of luck. I know this is a big one for you guys as you try and get this season righted. This is the start of a pretty good gauntlet of games: Eagles, Chiefs, Lions, Vikings, Chargers. Your next five. It doesn't sound like there's a gimme in there. But it's always good to get started off on the right foot. So best of luck this week, and we'll talk to you next week.
Okay, guys. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Coach.
There you go. That is head coach Brian Schottenheimer. Brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds. He and all our guests join us here on the Buyers Barricade guest line. Buyers Barricades providing traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond. Online at buyersbarricades.com.
Your mama's so fat.
She rolled over $1 and got 4 quarters.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
She uses Google Earth to take a selfie. Think that'd get you punched?
Yeah, man, I don't know. I think you need more. You're going to need more foul language to make it nasty in the NFL. Like, these are like jokes you can say on the school bus. But you got there's only so many we can say on the radio too. So, but I think
go ahead and say it. I'll dump it.
a good Yo Mama joke is pretty good, man. It's there's some good ones. So I'm gonna go.
Your mama's so fat she cut her legs shaving and mayonnaise came out.
That's a good one. It's a good marinara is what I usually use.
Marinara, I like that one too.
Yeah.
We used to call that the dozens.
Oh yeah, that's what I call it. Yeah.
Right.
Your mama's so stupid she puts lipstick on her forehead so she can make up her mind. Yeah.
See, these are good school bus ones. You can pass through that. That's not
maybe
gonna
so.
get you in
Maybe
any
so.
trouble.
Maybe so. Your mama's so fat she fell in love and broke it.
We're here to help, Dak. Just throw one of those at
we
Jalen.
got you, man. We got you, Dak. We got you. We got you. Your mama's so fat her butt cheeks got different area codes.
You're short, stupid. Where did that be? Part of the game plan.
Your mama sucked so many. Her lips went double platinum.
See, we can't do the real good ones.
I know.
Your mama, and that's about it, and then a laugh.
Your mama like a library, open to the public, but there's usually a homeless guy sleeping in it.
Like Bill Cosby's kids, the cartoon kids.
Ooh. All right. We got 1 hour to go. We'll recap what we got from Shoddy and wrap up the rest of the NFL. Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Style.
On your ride to work, it's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. At Progressive Insurance, you can keep your career moving forward with growth opportunities, great pay and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces. Go to careers.progressive.com and apply today. That's careers.progressive.com.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-694-1010. That's 1-800-694-1010. Or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. 1-800-694-1010. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Last year, we bought over 54,000 cars from your friends and neighbors at GiveMeTheVin.com. Why did they sell us their cars? It's because you're worth more, and your car's worth more. I know that, and you know that. That's why I created GiveMeTheVin.com. It's the fastest and easiest way for you to sell your car for more money when it's time to sell. I'm sitting here waiting on the other end of GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagle here for the Golf Club of Texas. I absolutely love the Golf Club of Texas. They've made so many improvements to the golf course, from brand new cart paths to resodding the greens and fairways. You might think it's a private club, but it's not. It's open to the public 7 days a week. Best rates are always online at golfclubtexas.com. That's golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, you know where it is, right there off Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. The Golf Club of Texas is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
Connecticut water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All those other water softener systems out there are junk in comparison.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. $400 off with trade-in and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country. 210-656-PURE.
Check them out at ConnecticutSA.com and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
License number 38961.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger,
Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next-day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Blue Star Tequila, the world's first and only 100% night harvested agave. And you might be saying, well, why do I care when it's harvested? It allows the agave to be harvested while it's resting and out of the brutal heat. Benefits to workers who would normally work into the heat of the day. It's just better for the flavoring. And speaking of flavoring, it's 100% additive free. No flavoring, sweetening, or coloring added, and it's unfiltered. Live your life unfiltered and do it with Blue Star Tequila. Find Blue Star Tequila at Alamo City Liquors, Costco, Specs, and Total Wine.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card, so let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Feel like hitting the jackpot? At Thomas J. Henry, we're making it happen, and you don't even need to buy a ticket. We're giving away $5,000 in cash every week to 5 people from now till December. And then in December, we're giving 2 lucky winners $100,000 each. No scratch-offs, no numbers to pick. Just go to thomasjhenrylaw.com and enter today. Thomas J. Henry. Big wins. No ticket required. No purchase necessary. See rules at thomasjhenrylaw.com.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning and heads up along Loop 410 westbound right as you approach I-10 northwest side, right around the Balcones Heights area. We do have an accident. 2 right lanes are blocked. About a 5-minute delay. That has you stop and go from Jackson Keller. 35 upper level northbound I-10 to McCullough. That's some ongoing road work downtown. 2 right lanes are closed. Now, if you guys see something that we're not talking about, do call us on the traffic tip line. We'll check it out. That number is 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
The Houston Texans are above 500 with a surprising win over the Buffalo Bills, 23-19 the final score. The Texans were paced by Will Anderson on the defensive side with 2.5 sacks. The Spurs took care of business last night with the Atlanta Hawks, winning 135-126. De'Aaron Fox led the way with 26 points, 5 rebounds, and 9 assists. In college football this weekend, third-ranked Texas A&M plays host to Samford. Another game you can catch live on San Antonio Sports Star. Pregame starts at 10 with kickoff at 11. The 17th-ranked Texas Longhorns play host to Arkansas with a kickoff at 2:30 in Austin. And finally, UTSA plays host to East Carolina with a kickoff in the Alamo Dome set for 2:30. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This Sports Center update brought to you by Twin Peaks.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
9:02 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Vic, your mama's so poor she goes to KFC to lick other people's fingers.
Yeah.
You could use fat in there, too.
I got a few, but they're too dirty.
Your mama's so poor the ducks throw bread at her.
Oh.
I can't. I have another one. I got. I'll say it off the air because I don't want to get us in trouble.
I was gonna
but
say, he told you.
Yeah, your mom is so dumb she got fired from a job.
What kind of job was that?
Low
wage?
Yeah.
Blow wage.
There we go.
Hey now.
We'll be here all week. Tip the help.
All right. What'd you take away from the Shoddy interview? It does feel like the team's building some confidence. He was like, I knew, listen, I'm going to throw a little water on it. I knew that we had all the right pieces. I knew it was going to come together. It was the Raiders. Let's slow down. It was the Raiders. But when you look at their upcoming schedule, even though it is good teams, it's all teams that are really struggling on offense right now. The Eagles are struggling on offense. The Chiefs are struggling on offense. The Lions struggle on offense. The Vikings, the Chargers, Commanders are on a backup quarterback. The Giants are the Giants. The rest of their schedule are teams that offense is not great right now.
This is worse. I mean, as a Cowboy fan, it's best case scenario in that if you go in a vacuum and look at every individual game and expect health remains the same, they're going to be they can contend in every one of these. They're not going to be favored in all these, maybe none of them, but they're going to be within touchdown in all of these. I mean, it's going to be close. They can compete in all of them. I just see the Cowboys winning a few of these. They're going to win a few. They've got enough.
I think the Cowboys win on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel that kind of momentum. But on the other side of this, they're going to build up optimism to the point where this is not a playoff team.
No.
Don't pretend that it is, even though they're going to play like a playoff team here in the next couple of weeks. They're going to look like a playoff team. But their record is such that they're not going to go. And at some point, they're going to realize it. The rest of the NFL is going to realize it, and the bottom's going to fall out because they're probably going to close pretty good. But to expect this to be a 10-11 win football team is nuts. They're not.
Think so
they
too.
are not that.
No, but I think they're probably about a 500 team or right around it.
I think they're going to win enough and beat some good teams, and then there's going to be one inextricable, I can't believe you lost it kind of game that's just going to kind of end the year. It's just a matter of when is that going to happen.
I mean, you could have argued that was Arizona a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it was too early, but you're right. But I see another Arizona coming. It'll be one of those games that the Cowboys are going to be prohibitively favored, that this is a game that you should win, and they're going to play down to the level and lose, and they're going to beat a couple of good teams coming. I know the Cowboys. They've got enough talent to beat Philadelphia and to stack a win against Kansas City and to get everybody believing. And then here comes Detroit, who might have lost another game in there, and they get pantsed by Detroit.
I think the Cowboys might only be favored in one or two more games this whole year. So the chances are running out.
I just feel there's going to be some optimism. We're going to see some good things. But at the end of the day, we know who the Cowboys are. And their defense, even though it might be vastly improved, still needs work.
But I do think this is a very winnable game this week. I think they can go out there and beat this team because I don't think this Eagles offense is very good. And it's kind of strength versus strength and weakness versus weakness. Like the Eagles offense against the Cowboys defense and the Cowboys offense against the Eagles defense, I think these teams are more evenly matched than the records would say they are.
Oh.
And also, I mean, Dak plays well in these games.
He does. He likes the Eagles. He likes to play against them. But what happens if they lose?
I mean, if they lose, then we just assume what we assumed before the Raiders game, that the season is a mess.
But done.
And it kind of is.
And that's my worry.
I mean,
they lose.
If they fall to 4-6-1, I guess the season's over. We kind of already knew the season. Like you said, it's not a playoff team. It's just a matter of when it ends. I want to see how this team competes once the season is over.
The truth. The defense, I think, is going to be better. I do. It can't be worse, so we can assume improvement. If it gets markedly better, then, dollar values start to double. But when you look down the road and you see a Vikings game, a game that, if they win the next two, then play close to the Lions, they might be favored in the Vikings game. Who knows? But those are the games that scare me more than the big ones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not afraid. I think they can beat Philadelphia, and I think Kansas City in their current shape, they can beat them. But a Christmas Day game against the Commanders when it matters, yikes, that terrifies me.
On the
you
road.
know what I mean? A Chargers game coming in to close the season out where they're trying – that terrifies me. That's the one that I think at the end of the day when Cowboys' hearts are ripped out, it's going to be because of one of those losses, not because they lost to Philadelphia or to Kansas City.
Yeah, you're probably right. But I do think that if they lose today, there's a good chance that it starts to snowball.
It could.
Especially because you've got such a short week coming up with Kansas City. You're facing a desperate Kansas City team. Quite frankly, every game after this game, between Kansas City, Detroit, Minnesota, Chargers, those are all teams that are going to be fighting their ass off tooth and nail to get to a playoff spot. I mean, Commanders and Giants aren't, but the rest of them are. So you're going to go on a run for 4 weeks after and the Eagles are safely in the playoffs. They're not that worried.
Right.
The rest of those teams, they're in desperation mode.
So that's my fear. You get the very best desperation mode, and you get a team that's, trying to figure out, are we going to pay Pickens? Or, the things that you start asking yourself when you're a lame duck. And I don't want to get there because I do think that this defense can make enough of a difference to make things interesting for the next couple of weeks.
I think so.
I think that there is some momentum. And he said it. Malik Hooker might be the most important dude on this defense until we get to know Quinnen a little bit better because his return was as important as anything that happened. He even made a point of saying, that it starts with the safeties, the calls that they're making, and there was a huge difference. His 3 solos that he had, they mattered. So I do think that the improved defense will kind of heighten the interest, but at the end of the day, they are who we think they are, and this is an 8-win football team.
All right. Dakota Prescott, higher, lower than 244.5 passing yards?
I expect higher.
I think I do too. I think that there's I think they're going to have to throw a lot more. I think Javonte Williams, I'd probably like lower. I think Javonte, he's at 67.5. I think he's going to have tough sledding. What about Jalen Hurts, 206.5 passing yards?
I think they're going to bottle him up. I do. I don't think he's going to get 206 passing yards. My concern is that that RPO that we're going to be so worried about keeping him in the pocket that suddenly Saquon finds some gaps on the backside that we're not used to defending, kind of like what happened in that game 1. Because the first thing I got to take away is Jalen Hurts outside the tackles. That's the first thing I got to do. And if I can manage to swing that with overshown speed, I think we're in pretty good shape up the middle. I'm not worried about his throwing. I'm really not. I don't think they're going to beat us throwing to a wide out. I think they're going to win the games the way that Philly wins, just dominate the clock and beat you by 10.
What about Saquon Barkley, 75.5?
I have no idea about this rush defense. I really don't. I mean, they should be a whole lot better. They
took it away from Ashton Genty.
They took it away, but they didn't even try. So I'm not sure what the Raiders, they didn't even attempt in the second half. I know that Philadelphia has a history at Sirianni. If you bellyache and you bitch, you get the ball. So maybe Saquon's going to get the ball just because he's due.
Well, I know without Lane Johnson, it's harder. That's the best offensive lineman on that team, on a team that was built around their offensive line. Everything gets a little bit tougher for Philly, in my opinion. So this total set at 48.5. I tend to think it's an under game.
If what I believe to be true, yeah.
Because the Eagles' defense is the best unit on the field. I think the Eagles' defense might be the best defense in the NFL.
Really?
Texans made a pretty good argument for it yesterday, but I think the Eagles' defense is very, very, very good. The Cowboys are when they're clicking, one of the 5 or 6 best offenses in the NFL. But I think those things kind of cancel each other out. And then on the other side, we know it's a bad offense for the Eagles against a bad defense for the Cowboys.
I hope spring's eternal. I think this is going to be a fun, if not high-scoring football game. And special teams makes the difference. The Cowboys win it.
Well, let's close out the Cowboys conversation, at least this part of it, with playing a little game, Vic, called The Stat Is Right.
And this is a tough one this week. I really have no idea.
I mean, a lot of it is going to be dependent on how real what we saw last week was. If the Cowboys' defense really is changed, then maybe we do see lower on Saquon.
He does his film study. He does his pre-game workout. In fact, he's got a mouthful of pre-workout right now. We call him the host with the most. It's A.J. Barker.
Is that is pre-workout what the kids call it these days?
Bow! Bang!
Yeah.
Come on down. You could be the next contestant on The Stat Is Right. And this week, we're asking about Saquon Barkley. How many rushing yards will Saquon Barkley have on Sunday against the Dallas Cowboys? And if you are the closest to the number, we've got 4 contestants so far this week, 1 more to go. If you are the closest, you and a friend or a lover will go to Dallas, to Arlington technically.
Where friends become lovers.
On Thanksgiving Day. You'll share a meal. You'll over a plate of nachos in Cowboys Stadium, AT&T Stadium.
Mm-hmm. Get one of them big 6-legged turkeys.
I bet they've got a turkey leg you could get a hold of there.
Mm-hmm.
But you could win tickets to go see the Cowboys and the Chiefs.
Cowboys
just like that.
on Thanksgiving Day with Pat Mahomes making his. Is this his first appearance in this stadium? If it's not his first, it's got to be. It couldn't be more than a second.
I don't know.
I can't remember him ever playing there.
I bet he played there in high school.
Probably. But
I bet he played there in college too.
Yeah.
And you never know. You might get a Swiftie sighting too.
Oh.
Thanksgiving Day.
You think she'd be there on Thanksgiving?
You spend it with your loved ones.
That's
you never
true.
know.
She is an engaged woman now. Let's go with caller number 3. You'll be the next contestant on The Stat Is Right. Caller number 3, 210-656-ESPN. Your best guess on how many rushing yards Saquon Barkley has on Sunday. Winner will be headed to Arlington to see that Chiefs game on Thanksgiving Day. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to see what's going on in the world outside of sports. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from Newstalk 550 KTSA.
Gwinnett Heights area. We do have an accident. 2 right lanes are blocked. About a 5-minute delay. That has you stop and go from Jackson Keller. 35 upper level northbound I-10 to McCullough. That's some ongoing road work downtown. 2 right lanes are closed. Now, if you guys see something that we're not talking about, do call us on the traffic tip line. We'll check it out. That number is 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Thomas J. Henry Injury Attorneys, available 24/7.
When it comes to results, the numbers speak for themselves. Thomas J. Henry secured over $1 billion for clients in the past 4 years and successfully represented thousands of injured Texans. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. San Antonio, Texas.
How about them Cowboys? We rise as one in Texas, sporting handed-down silver and blue jerseys. We come together for America's team every time they take the field. So let's share a round of Jim Beam and lemonade on game day together, because people are good for you, especially for us in Cowboys country. Presented by Jim Beam, bringing fans together across Cowboys country. 40% alcohol by volume. Copyright 2024, James B. Beam Distilling Company, Claremont, Kentucky. Drink smart.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-494-6139. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-494-6139.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Thanksgiving season is the best. That's right, Mr. Turkey. Everyone loves this time of year, just like Connecticut water softener customers love their Connecticut. Definitely, a Connecticut water softener is the best in the business. Yes, it does keep your feathers soft. Yes, your waddle smooth. And your wings, nah, those things are pretty useless. A Kinetico is a much different water softener compared to the other brands. There's no computer, nothing to plug in, and it runs on kinetic energy. You said it.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. 0% interest for 12 months and $400 when you trade in your old water softener.
Mr. Turkey, you're pretty calm considering, you know. Well, on Thanksgiving, we eat turkey.
The last water softener you'll ever own. Kinetico. SA.com.
License number 38961.
Michelle Smallman here for Gainbridge and their Give Back program, Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity. Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity's goal is to empower girls and women through sports and education, providing 32 organizations in 21 states $222 of grant funding during 2025. These grants aim to level the playing field and expand access to sports and education for girls and women across the country. Here's to a future with no limits for women's sports with Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity.
It's the season to come together over your holiday favorites at Starbucks. Warm up with a creamy caramel brulee latte, get festive with an iced gingerbread chai, or share a velvety peppermint mocha. Together is the best place to be at Starbucks.
Davis Law Firm secures important verdicts and settlements for Texans hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck. Many in the millions of dollars. No case is too big or too small. And remember, there's no fee unless we win. So if you want more, call the Fours. Davis Law Firm, San Antonio, 444-4444.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
1, 2, 3, Cowboys! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday afternoon at 3:25. The Cowboys take on the defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles at home. Pre-game at 2:30. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Kinetico, and Jim B.
You like that? How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Trailer Park Girls go round the outside, round the outside, round the outside. Oh, guess who's back? Back again. Rob is back. Back.
Short time, long time.
Guess who's back? Guess
See this,
who's
Vic?
back? Guess who's back?
Yeah.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? All right, Vic. Do we have our final guesses? For the
yes, we
stat
do.
is right.
Yes, we do.
What do we got, Bubba?
All
what
right.
do we got?
Okay, Monday's guess was 86 yards.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday's guess, 76 yards.
Notice how it went down after they
Okay.
watched that defense play.
Yeah.
Wednesday's guess, 66
Ooh,
yards.
continues to drop.
So it's 86, 76, 66, right? Yesterday's was 77. And today's right now was 81.
Ooh, went
81. So the low is 66 and the high is 87?
86. Yeah, we have 86 on Monday, 76 on Tuesday, and 66 on Wednesday. Yeah, so the highest one was 86, lowest one 66.
What do you think, Rob?
You
think it's somewhere in that range or,
I think
or
the
on the
low.
outside?
I would be more comfortable low, but I don't know how low. I was trying to check DFS and see where they were coming in at. I felt like it was going to be in the 75 to 85.
It is 75 and a half is what it is on Underdog.
So I would, knowing that the Cowboys defense has improved, but they're still not good, I'd probably come in right exactly there, 75.
Yep.
Saquon, taking a quick look at his recent game log. Last week, he ran for 83. The week before that, 60. The week before that, 150. And then he had a run 44, 58, 30, 43, 46. I mean, he's not been nearly what he was a year ago. I mean, it's night and day.
But it is the Cowboys.
He is averaging 66 yards a game this season.
And Sirianni has a history, and he's not reacting to Saquon because he's not bitching. But we know that A.J. Brown bitched, and suddenly the next game, what do you have, like 15 targets?
Yeah.
So, if there was a time where I would go, you know what we should look at? Let's go back to the running game. It would be against the Cowboys.
Yeah, certainly. But again, maybe Quinnen Williams makes that big of a difference.
I saw the steady drop. I see where he's averaging 79 over the last 5 for Saquon. So 75 I'm comfortable with. So I think whoever came in low probably has a better shot. That would be me.
All right, let's see what's going on in the world outside of sports. And one of the things that's happening right now as people get ready for Thanksgiving, a lot of Thanksgivings are being affected by Ozempic. As you know, everybody's lost a bunch of weight.
Mine was last year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
I didn't
people
eat.
now who are like, I don't want to eat Thanksgiving. I don't bother counting me as a person who's coming to Thanksgiving dinner because I'm not going to eat. Or they'll make a plate like usual because it's Thanksgiving. I've got to make a plate, and they make a plate and they just stare at it. They can't eat it.
Yep.
That sounds like the
Take
saddest
a day
life
off,
ever.
man. Don't take the shot that day.
I don't think you take it every day. I
No,
think
it's once a week.
Oh, so there's no way you can just.
Yeah. So, but me, I would take it on Monday, and then on Thanksgiving Thursday, I remember just eating like a little
Just
stuffing.
not hungry, huh?
You're just not hungry. It's you feel as if you've already eaten. That's the thing. That's the way it tricks you. So you don't feel bad. You just feel like I'm just not hungry. I'm good.
Well, there's some other things that'll get you hungry.
Yeah.
I guess that would work.
Which is how
Go
I
walk the dog, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
That's
exactly how I.
That would be
manage.
so awful knowing it was Thanksgiving and I wasn't going to be hungry.
I know.
I can't even imagine.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Halloween. Like, what do you mean I'm not going to eat all my
I'm
kids'
not gonna
candy?
care. I'm just going to sit there and look at this.
Well, I did lose 40 pounds, so.
Well, that's good.
I mean, it's part of that, but I mean, part of life is Thanksgiving
It's
Day.
Thanksgiving.
I think
It's the day you're supposed to eat.
You get 12 hours of none of it counts. It's a special dispensation.
Yeah. I remember my doctor telling me the same thing. On Thanksgiving you can go a little overboard, but not too much.
Yeah, and for the most part, turkey's healthy.
The Korean Coast Guard
There's such a
yesterday.
thing?
Yep.
Okay.
They detained the first mate and the helmsman of a passenger ferry that ran aground off the southwestern coast, and they had to rescue all 267 people aboard.
Didn't they lose a ferry a year or so ago where hundreds of people
I think
died?
so, yeah. The first mate is in his 40s. The helmsman is an Indonesian national in his 40s. They were both apprehended on charges of causing injury by gross negligence after they were found to have neglected their duties. And you might say, well, what could they have been doing? According to investigators, the first mate was looking at his phone as the 26,546-ton Queen Genuvia approached the uninhabited islet of Yok near Jangsan Island off the coast of Sinan. The ferry should have turned some 1,600 meters away, but by the time the first mate realized the vessel was already within 100 meters of the island. He initially blamed the steering gear, but later told investigators he missed the turning point while reading the news. My guess is he was crushing candy.
Probably.
He was like, I was
taking a selfie.
Reading the news is less embarrassing than I was crushing candy. The Coast Guard said it plans to seize the two phones to conduct digital forensic analysis on them and determine the circumstances leading up to the accident. The ship's captain in his 60s has been booked for investigation after he was found to have left the wheelhouse due to it being his off hours. Which, I mean,
what?
That seems like
driving the boat. What do you mean off hours? You're off when the boat's docked. What are you talking about?
Well,
it's a ferry. It's not like you're overnight, are you?
I don't know, but I do know that if your first mate's in charge, you're only allowed to captain for a certain amount of hours per day. Like there are rules to that. So if he's in his off hours, I would assume you'd want him to go
take the helm.
Yeah.
I'm going to go nap.
I don't know. The ferry was eventually dislodged by towing and sailed into a nearby port 9 hours after it ran aground. No holes or leaks were found on its ship, so it was able to sail.
Yeah, I
on its
want
own.
on that one.
All right.
The one that was just on the beach.
Yeah, the shipwreck. I'll be
that one.
right back on that.
There is no worse feeling than being on a boat and knowing full well you're not going to be able to stop it.
No, that's not a good feeling, I would imagine.
You've got it in
at all.
full reverse. You've got the wheel turned, and it's not going to stop.
No, that would be horrific. Dallas County, Texas. DA's office had a conundrum here. The Dallas-based Fifth Court of Appeals has tossed out Dallas County's first conviction for fentanyl drug dealing. And in April, a jury convicted Richard Leal of possession with intent to deliver fentanyl and sentenced him to 30 years in prison. They got him, right? Well, now Richard Leal is a free man. And you might say, well, what could have possibly happened?
A good lawyer.
No, not a good lawyer. Here's what happened. By the way, the judge didn't notice this. The bailiff didn't notice this. The court reporter, neither attorney noticed this. There were only 11 jurors in the box.
What?
Can you believe that?
So was the person in charge dyslexic, or what's going on?
There's an empty seat.
There was an empty seat. No one noticed. Not even the people in the jury. Like,
they were like, "Hey, we're missing one."
Maybe
There
they
is
didn't.
literally an empty seat, right?
I mean, you do. You're supposed to do jury selection and narrow it down to 12, and apparently they cut one too many. They did the whole trial, convicted the guy, and then they said, "Wait a minute. Show me that there were 12 jurors. Show me the trial record that there were 12 jurors." And they're like, "Well, there's this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, 11."
I've never heard of this before.
It's insane.
No, if that was me, I would have been in the bathroom. That's why I wasn't there.
It's insane. It defies logic. Dallas police arrested him in February of 2023 during a traffic stop. He had a gun, crack cocaine, marijuana, 57 blue pills of M30 containing fentanyl, and meth. He told the police the cocaine was for personal use, and the pills were samples given to him to give to his people.
His friends, cohorts, and family.
Yeah. And a felony jury trial conducted, and they decided to get him.
I don't know why they didn't just, let's run this back.
Now,
I'm
here's
go
the
ahead
thing.
and file for trial right now.
The judge says in an email, "I can assure you that there was a 12th juror." I don't have any independent recollection of this case, but I have never tried a case with only 11 jurors. Furthermore, the fact that none of the attorneys brought it up during the trial would underscore that there were 12 jurors.
It's a Mandela effect.
But they've got no proof that there was a 12th juror.
No video? There's no video in court?
I've never heard of such. This is crazy.
They did not object to the trial proceeding with 11 jurors. In fact, only 11 jurors were seated on the last day. So the appeals court disagreed, saying the state's assertion that Leal failed to preserve error for review by not objecting is without merit. Yeah, it's not the defendant's fault. Like, imagine you're on trial for something. You're about to go to prison for 40 years, and you go, "Judge, before we go any further, Your Honor, I think we're missing one of the jury members." That's not your job.
No.
You're about to go to prison.
I'm going to take this as an appeal.
So what could he do?
Well,
he's going home now.
I don't know how you do this, because you double jeopardy stands. I mean, he was tried, but he was
no, he's free. He's free to go.
He was convicted, but you can file for a new trial.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they're going to
because
try
he was
it again,
convicted. Now, if he was found innocent, I'm not sure you could file for another trial.
I don't know. I don't know what happens
At
next.
that point, it's double jeopardy. But since they convicted him,
yeah,
I think they'll be able to put him back.
And finally, a man had to undergo surgery. These are my favorite kinds of stories. A man from Taiwan went to the hospital. He was he was in some pain.
Something stuck.
He had something stuck.
No.
1,000,000 to 1 shot, Doc. 1,000,000 to 1.
It was a coffee mug.
With a handle?
No handle. 8 centimeters.
Wow.
That's impressive.
And of course, like, these guys, these guys who go into the hospital with like things stuck up their
Right, they're bums.
their bums,
Yeah.
they always are like, yeah, I'm having pain. I don't really know why. And inevitably on the X-ray,
well, here it
oh,
is.
well, look, there's
my coffee
There's a
mug.
Tonka truck.
It's clear as day.
Yeah. Oh,
and it's on.
You know,
did you
sat
sit
down
on a coffee cup today?
and I thought, I am
Not that
so
I
thirsty.
remember.
Was this a dare?
Not that I can remember at all. Showed up clear as day. Said he was suffering from abdominal distension for 3 days and had been unable to defecate. Shocking.
So he walked around with a coffee mug up.
Yes.
Is that why they walk funny?
Yeah. He ended up having to go through a 2-hour operation because they had to take the cup out through his intestines.
Oh.
Yeah. He was hoping, of course, to be able to push the cup out naturally,
Good luck.
but was unable to get together a bowel movement.
I think the best thing could have happened was this.
Um,
You like to be sitting trying to pass that thing.
Nope.
now, the doctors.
Clink, 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 clink.
There's a tea bag hanging out of it.
Now imagine this: the doctors approach you with the X-ray picture, and it's you in your body, and there's a coffee mug in your ass.
A million to one shot, Doc. Million to one.
And they say, "What happened?" What do you think the guy said?
I'm going to plead the fifth on this, Doc.
Yeah, I know. No,
I don't know. I woke up, it was in there.
I don't
He
remember.
said, "I don't know. I did it by accident."
Accident.
Oh, okay. You
Well,
accidentally got a coffee mug in your ass.
Yeah, here's a $20,000 bill to get it out.
Come on, Bubba. Who you fooling, man?
To think you could just go walk that the human body is capable of holding that. You can go walk around with a coffee mug wedged up there.
I know.
Like you can just like that. That's doable.
So it's a full-size coffee mug.
Yeah.
Not a miniature
It's
one.
well,
not a
it's
cafecito.
6 centimeters by 8 centimeters.
Well, okay.
I guess
That's still.
I mean,
it's like a.
It's not
It's
small.
a shot glass.
It's not small.
It's bigger than a shot glass.
I mean, just.
It's like a sake cup, kind of.
Yeah,
like
there we
a,
go. That's what I'm
That's probably the
picturing.
best. Yeah.
A sake.
I wonder if it's ribbed for his flavor.
No,
Fun.
I can assure you it's
And
not.
It's fun.
I saw they've got a picture of it.
Oh my God.
So they, for whatever reason, they blurred out the top of the cup. I think because it had poo on
good
it.
Lord. Oh, good.
But
God.
that's it next to a pin. So like it's it's about this tall, Vic, and like
Oh my God. No. Yeah. I'm glad I'm not a doctor.
I want to
That
know.
would've been
I can
fun
tell you
of him the
this:
whole time.
he doesn't have problems defecating most days. Most,
It had to
I
have
don't
been a
think.
dare.
I
It
think that's an open road.
I want to know. Country roads
Let me tell you,
take
man.
me home to the place.
I don't think he's holding anything back.
Do you think that he went like open end first or closed end first?
There's a suction quantity that you have to worry about.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I guess if you were using it as a catching device,
I don't think it was a catching device.
No.
I don't.
I don't know. Well, I mean, I can't
Or he could've
pretend to
just
put
actually-
myself in his
He
shoes.
just
quite
was coming
frankly.
out of the shower and just plopped himself down on the couch
That
and
could be
didn't
it.
see the cup.
It could be it.
Got up and spent the next 3 days.
All right, we've got one segment left in the whole week. And then we're going to go home, and that's it for us. You won't even see Rob's only working, 2 days next week?
Yes, sir.
It's
I'll be
disgusting.
here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'll be
Okay,
here.
good. Good. Thank you, Vic. Yeah,
But then I'm gone all next week after that.
Oh, my gosh.
And then we
Oh, my
muddle through.
gosh.
But 'tis the season.
There's no loyalty here. There's no loyalty.
There is.
There's none.
No, there is. Because I'm coming back to here. I'm not going somewhere else.
I'll tell you the extent of loyalty. I had forgotten to turn my alarm on, and I just woke up this morning so excited to come to work.
Oh, my God.
I mean, it literally just popped up like.
You did forget to turn your alarm on?
I did. And I woke up at like.
I've done that a few times.
Yeah, I did. I just popped up about 5 minutes later than normal, but
Yeah,
it tells me how excited I was to get here.
My eyes pop open at 3 a.m. every morning without an alarm.
No
and,
alarm.
Yeah, body clock working.
I had
Adjusted.
to pee when I woke up, and I had the the
Oh, yeah.
the telltale signs, and it was like I was
When you have to lean into it. You have to lean into
You
it.
had to
yeah.
stand back a little bit.
Well, the
and kinda
underwear-
arch your back.
the underwear I was wearing are the kind with the pouch,
you have
but
to
and there's
dig-
like
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah.
it was like out of my underwear, and I was like, oh my,
Standing at attention.
yeah.
Morning.
And I didn't want to.
I need to settle down. I'm trying to get back to sleep here.
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't even notice it until I walked all the way in the bathroom and I saw flip on the light and there it is in the mirror. I'm like, whoa,
hello.
How'd you get out?
Hey, buddy.
Good to see you, pal. All right, we'll be right back. We'll wrap up the show the way we always do. Before we do, though, I'm going to give away some tickets. UTSA East Carolina. They're playing tomorrow at the Alamo Dome. You want to be there? I know you do. Take a friend, take a lover, or just take a UTSA, alum, whatever, or a student. I don't know. If you're a professor, maybe the student should not be your lover. Nope. I don't know the rules anymore of college, but if you are caller number 5, you will win tickets to go see UTSA in East Carolina on Saturday. All right, we'll be right back. Wrap up the show. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
If you miss the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you miss this.
So obviously this is not YouTube in our studio, right, Pledge? This is some other service here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Connected to my...
Because we have ESPN. Okay.
My cable.
I don't want to hear about your cable, Pledge. Not during working hours.
You want to hear about it after? Wow.
The package is bigger than you think.
Yeah, well.
You bundled it?
Wow, you guys. It's Monday. It's not even Friday yet. You guys are already in the gutter.
What do you mean? What do you think we're talking about?
Packages and length and...
We're talking about bundle services and all our different cable subscriptions that we have to have.
Nobody mentioned link, Joe. Where are you going?
I have FOMO.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Last year, we bought over 54,000 cars from your friends and neighbors. Why did they sell us their cars? Because we pay more at GiveMeTheVin.com. And why do we pay more? Because you and I both know that your car is worth more than others will offer you. And your time is worth more, too. I'm John Clay Wolf, and I created GiveMeTheVin.com. Sell me your car faster and hassle-free because you're worth more.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Sorry, but we actually have a wait list for our Monstera.
Shaw's greenhouse is really bringing in the green.
We can't keep snake plants in stock.
She needs a construction manager to build on her roots and grow.
We could add a whole section for ferns. And here we'd have dahlias, dahlias, and more dahlias.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Progressive knows sports brings people together, but you gotta feel bad for people who don't even get it. Some people will never know what it's like to see their favorite team's hopes decided by a ping pong ball to draft the next superstar. Or not. I mean, sure, it's silly for your happiness to hinge on the success of a 20-year-old entry-level employee, but you just can't help yourself. The stress is exhilarating. Progressive can't bring people together like the draft, but we can bring your home and auto insurance together with a bundle. So switch and see if you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states or situations.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So, I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-694-1010. That's 1-800-694-1010. Or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. 1-800-694-1010. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to SASportsStar.com now and register to win. SASportsStar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
This is Joe Reinagel. You're listening to the home of the Aggies, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Oh, yeah! 9:45 on the Morning Huddle. Did I tell you about the at my son's school? He goes to a school called Bulverde Middle School, and there was an Instagram account being run out of there called the BMS Pisser. Did I tell you about this guy?
No, but I'm down. I like this.
Okay,
Whoever's behind it, I like it.
So where's it headed?
Someone at school was just like pissing all over the toilet paper rolls or on the top of the urinal and like videoing it on paper towels. Yeah.
At a school?
Yeah. And my son actually got brought into the office because like
as a phantom pisser.
No, he is a gasser, right?
They were yes, but they were investigating a bunch of different people, and they brought him in, and like apparently they tried to bully everybody the same way. Like, we know that you're the pisser, and
they were
like, it was like,
we've done some DNA
that.
work. Send a specimen off to the FBI.
But apparently, I found out my older son was like, "Oh yeah, there was a pisser at my high school too." And there was an account. It was called the Foothill Pisser.
It's a substitute teacher.
Well, there was a Baylor pisser. The University of Baylor University, a Baylor freshman ran an anonymous account of him urinating on campus. He was identified by police and referred to student conduct, according to the Baylor University Police Department. As of today, the university has confirmed the student is no longer enrolled at Baylor.
What? Is that enough to get thrown out of a school?
And then they posted a map with like all the different places where he's hit, including the stadium, the football stadium.
Worse than a cat.
Well, it's like a stray dog. He's just marking his territory.
Yeah. But the Baylor pisser's been unenrolled.
I don't know if this is an evil genius that I'm in fact quite impressed with, or just disgusted. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. You might think it's an evil genius until, like, Vic, I know, hates this guy because Vic, imagine he's got to sit down and go to the bathroom. And then
I got to wipe it all
down.
That
happens
first.
regardless.
I know, but what happens when you reach over for the toilet paper and it's all soaked?
That happened to me yesterday.
Oh, there you go.
No, I'll just do what I did yesterday. Just kind of waddle to the paper towels and wet them up.
Vic told me that story.
I had trouble yesterday.
Was this at 8:45?
This was. It
was
right
like, dude, it was like 8:50.
So this is when the building was full. So somebody could have walked in. It wasn't like a 4:45 when we're here alone.
Yeah. Oh, no. I was. If someone would have opened that door, you would have seen.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you would have seen my pants all the way down. The toilet paper was stuck. It was stuck. I had to use two hands to get it, and I'm like, I gotta hurry. And then finally, when I got a good bunch of it out, it was only good enough for one. Come on!
Imagine opening your door to that. Well, I'm just going to go on home.
Dude, after we just did the sexual harassment
exactly.
thing, like you could have been
I was
been
like,
fired.
please, nobody walk in. Please,
Yeah, that wasn't.
nobody
If I
walk
would have
in.
seen your dong, I would have filed a report with HR.
Nah, you would have laughed.
All right,
Don't say you're not impressed.
Let's wrap up the show the way we always do by taking a look at the daily lines.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the daily lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You covered, yeah!
Got a couple college football games tonight. Florida State -6.5 at North Carolina State. Big game? No, not really. Hawaii's at UNLV. UNLV a 2.5-point favorite. Hawaii's been way better than expected. This is actually a low-key big matchup tonight in the Mountain West.
I have not seen Hawaii play this year.
I saw Hawaii take my money last week.
Always Hawaii.
Did, yeah.
There you go.
Missouri is at Oklahoma tomorrow. Oklahoma a 6.5-point favorite. Miami an 18.5-point favorite against Virginia Tech. Louisville and SMU. SMU's a 3-point favorite. I think Louisville's quit. I think they know their season's over. You know, this seems like a rollover spot for them. I like SMU. What other matchups are of note? Iowa State -3.5 hosting Kansas. Georgia against Charlotte 43.5.
They should cover.
They should.
Yeah.
Baylor's at Arizona. Arizona laying 6.5 at home in that one. We've got. I'm trying to find out what other teams matter to the playoff chase. The USC Oregon game. Oregon a 10-point favorite. I think I like Oregon to cover. Quite frankly, and I've been against Oregon. This just feels like a bad matchup, and this is a road game.
Yeah, play real close attention though. I think the weather will favor USC at least. They'll have better weather.
Horns hosting the Hogs. Texas -8.5.
I like it. I think that
they blow them out.
I think there's 2 touchdowns in here at least.
They haven't blown out a lot of teams.
No, they
this
really
year.
haven't.
They could use it.
Now you're playing without a care. You got, just win the game, beat A&M, you're all right.
Vanderbilt laying 8.5, hosting Kentucky. Notre Dame laying 36.5, hosting Syracuse. That's a crazy number. UTSA, 2.5-point home dogs against East Carolina. I'm going to wait and see if I can get a 3. If East Carolina money keeps coming, I'm going to bet UTSA +3.
We're looking for bowl eligibility.
Yeah,
here.
they are fighting the good fight. Tulane -9.5 at Temple. Michigan, a 2-touchdown favorite at Maryland. Houston, the Cougs, 1.5-point favorites hosting TCU. Oh, God, what a gross matchup in the Big 12. Central Florida is favored by 13.5 points.
Over
Oklahoma State, the only possible.
Well, there's just not a lot of there this week. There's not a lot of upset potential.
Texas State, a 19.5-point favorite against UL Monroe. Georgia Tech, 2.5 against Pitt. How about this one? Nebraska at Penn State. What's the line?
I would say this at Penn State. Penn State's had a little bit of life in them. Nebraska and 2.
Penn State -8.5.
8.5?
Yeah.
Man, no respect for
none.
Matt.
Boise State -17.5 hosting Colorado State. I don't know if Boise State scored 17.5 points in the last 2 weeks combined because they're on a backup quarterback, and he sucks.
Is Colorado State already on their second coach?
Yeah. Colorado State stinks. Yeah. But yeah, Boise's on like some dude who shouldn't be a scholarship quarterback. So that's a lot of points. And then Tennessee at Florida. Oh, man, that should have been a good game at some point.
It looked good in the offing.
Tennessee, a 4-point favorite. I probably kind of like Florida in that.
They lost at home to OU. That about ended it.
Well, OU's pretty good.
Well, no, what I'm saying is once they lost at home, I think that about ended any hope of their postseason success.
Cal's at Stanford. The band is on the field. Cal -3.5 at Stanford. BYU minus 2.5 at Cincinnati.
Come on, Cincinnati. Do
And
something.
Arizona State is a 7-point favorite at Colorado. I think you and I both kind of like Colorado this weekend. Yep. And then Washington at UCLA. Washington a 10.5-point favorite in that one. NBA tonight, we've got Pacers at the Cavs. Cavs minus 13.5 against the poor, lowly Pacers.
The Cavs are rolling.
God, the Pacers are pathetic. Brooklyn catching 14.5 at Boston. Boy, that's a big number for the Celtics. But Brooklyn is a joke.
What are we dealing with injury-wise? Nothing major.
Raptors laying 14.5, hosting the Wizards.
That's
so
a garbage can game.
Boy, we got the Pacers, Nets, and Wizards all in action. Now, these are bad teams. Heat minus or a plus 2.5 at the Bulls. Pelicans. Oh boy, the Mavericks are 4.5, almost 5-point favorites playing the Pelicans.
Win number what? 4, 5?
You looking to lay 5 points with the Mavericks?
No,
that's crazy. Suns 4.5-point home dogs with Minnesota in town. This is the matchup of the day, I think. Nuggets at the Rockets. Rockets 2.5-point favorites at home. That's a good matchup. Blazers are in Golden State. Golden State laying 7.5. And Oklahoma City is in Utah.
I like the Jazz today. They ain't going to beat them.
16.5 is the number.
I like Larry Markkinen is busting lately.
Yeah.
He's playing really well. I don't know if they can beat him, but if you're a DFS type, I do like Larry Markkinen and the more on a couple of categories, especially shots and threes.
And a couple of my favorites from the NFL. I love the Cowboys plus 3.5 this week. Obviously a 3 is a very important number if you're betting on sports. But I think they have a chance to win outright. And I cannot emphasize enough how much I love the Raiders this weekend. Cleveland, I might eat a bunch of crow on Monday. Shedeur Sanders might be the next Tom Brady. I don't know. But I saw enough of Shedeur Sanders to go, oh my gosh, is that really him? Or is that like some Make-A-Wish kid who wanted to like show up and be the backup quarterback of the Browns and he actually had to play?
Well, we could wake
Insane.
up Monday with an unemployed quarterback and a Cowboy team that is already dialing up vacation plans.
Very well could.
I mean, that's all but it.
Very well could. All right, that does it for us, friend. Oh, by the way, the Bengals down to 5.5-point favorites against the Patriots. The number keeps dropping. Joe Burrow might play.
He better now.
That's crazy.
There's a lot of money on him.
We will be back on Monday. I'll be back on Monday. Gosh dang it. I'll be back on Monday. Rob's going to be smearing buffalo blood all over his face. And then we'll have a short week for Thanksgiving. Blitz comes up at 2. You guys have a good weekend, everybody.
Yes,
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
Head of the field and throws it down with a right hand.
Your home for the NBA.
From a fender bender to a total loss, Davis Law Firm has a team